Landbag, y'all.
Landbag.
Landbag, everyone, and welcome to the Vanguard. And today, we out here talking about this war that we are engaged in with these sellouts and everything. We are in this fight, and it's just round one, honey. We hitting back with the punches and everything, making sure that these sellouts know what is up. Because we are not here to make sure, we are here to make sure that our members are staying protected, making sure that the masses of colonized people are still getting access to PPE, to food, to housing, to resources that they need in order to thrive in this colony. And that is something that these sellouts are trying to take away from our people.
That's right.
So here today we have our wonderful ICC chiefs and cadre chiefs as well. Yes. And we have a full night ready for everyone.
Yes.
From laying out what's up with the war and everything, right? As well as some leadership structural changes and everything, and some elections. So get ready to cast your vote. All right. Land back. All right.
And make sure to share.
Yes.
Exactly.
Also, hold on, y'all. I want y'all to get the real view because there's a lot of amazing people here that need to be seen. Let me see if I can move this, Alicia. Let me see if I can move this, Chief Alicia. Oh, Lord, I won't. I don't think I will. Boom. Okay, cool. Land back. Land back, y'all. All right, y'all. So we gonna start now, Alicia?
Yes, we will. We are going to get started
Okay.
with our political education. But before we get into it, make sure that you are sharing this live absolutely everywhere. We currently live on YouTube and everything, but you want to make sure that you are getting this out to Facebook, to Twitter, to all those TikTok DMs and those Tinder DMs. Get it to your boo. And make sure to add hashtag check that melanin. All right,
Land back.
so we are going to start it off with our political education led by our own Commander-in-Chief Gazi Kozo.
Land back.
Back.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much. But before we begin, I know that there was technical difficulties, and there was not technical difficulties, there was colonial difficulties and contradictions. And we have nothing to hide. But first, let me get consent. Rohan, where you at?
Here.
You have your consent?
You do.
Thank you, Rohan. So our amazing and heroic comrade, Rohan, has mental differences and physical differences, which causes seizures. And that our comrade, Rohan, he is very sensitive to seizures. And they are in the process of going to doctors, getting medication, but they've been in that process for a very long time, and no medication has seemed to work. Correct, Rohan?
Correct.
And so today, our heroic and amazing comrade Rohan, Chief Rohan, Chief of Staff of the Economic Development Office, had a seizure and fell on the router, and the router broke. So we had to switch over to all of the hotspots and things like that on our phones. And so colonialism came, but Rohan rose up again and is now here and active and powerful in this meeting. Land back. Okay, y'all. So we want to keep the noise down. We do not want to trigger another seizure, and we want Rohan to make it throughout this whole meeting. So we are going to keep noises and things like that here to a low and things like that. All right? Land back. So if you're like, and I think that's also good for the mic, correct? So if you're feeling like you're hearing something you like, let's just go like this. Is this okay? Is this too flashy?
This is fine. That's applause in sign language.
Okay, good. So we'll go like this. Applause in sign language.
Shagoon, you're gonna have to be careful though, because your hand is right in front of the light when you do that.
Got you.
Gotcha. Thank you, Rohan.
Thank you.
And you're a Minister of Defense. You don't need to hand clap for everything. You just nod. That's good, Rohan?
Yes.
All right, love you, comrade.
Love you too, Commander.
So now we are going forward with our political education. And we are going to read War and Peace 115. No, I think which one is it? Is War and Peace or Dare to Struggle? When Mao is talking about how these class struggles offer us so many opportunities.
I think War and Peace.
Thank you. Let's try that. 115.
It was the most recent one we read. It was War and Peace.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you see?
Page 115?
Yep, yes it is. You got it right. Landbag. Okay, so this is the quotation from Mao on War and Peace. It says, Revolutionary war is an antitoxin, which not only eliminates the enemy's poison, but also purges us of our own filth. Every just revolutionary war is endowed with tremendous power and can transform many things or clear the way for their transformation. The Sino-Japanese War will transform both China and Japan, provided China preserves in the war of resistance, and in the united front, the old Japan will surely be transformed into a new Japan, and the old China into a new China, and people and everything else in both China and Japan will be transformed during and after the war. Chiefs, what does this mean to you going through the war we're going through?
Landbag. I think it just shows that, the purging of the petty blue filth is not, we always say, the colonizer is not just what you meet on the battlefield, but also what you meet in yourself. And I think seeing the filth and the links to which the petty blue will go to attack a revolutionary movement just confirms how much it is necessary to purge any part of ourselves that will want to do the same thing to the people, to the masses. That's really what I took from it. And especially it being a struggle so close to my heart, the Chinese and the Korean people shared like 90% of their history, especially their colonial history and their revolutionary history. So it just really shows the necessity of that purge, of really like washing yourself of that and committing yourself to the masses.
Landbag. Chief T?
Landbag.
Speak up.
Should I stand up so people can see
Okay.
me better?
Yes.
Ooh, all right. It's the, just being a short king. It's hard for people to see you. And for me, like when I look around me, those who have been biased, this is like an anti-talk. Like we are purging ourselves of the toxicity of the colony, the petty bourgeois, the sellouts, the abusers, and we are so much better for it, and I feel so much stronger, and I know that we are going to continue to get stronger through struggle. So that's what I think. Landbag.
Landbag. A day? Could you stand up?
Yes, I
Speak real loud.
can. Woo, yes, I do.
Landbag. Landbag, y'all. All right, good. We back live. Thank you. Could you say that again for the YouTube cutout real quick?
Yes, I can. Landbag. Whenever we're in wartime, I really am proud of my hammers, not only for holding the line, but because petty blue sellouts and all their loser running dogs make it so easy to defeat. I like to think of us like when we're in the Emu War in Australia, except y'all are the sellouts, losers, and whites, and we are the emus. Keep messing with Mother Earth's children and see what happens. And quick reminder before I cut off, you will never be white. Landbag.
Landbag. She's savvy since they have so much to say about you. What you gotta say? Reading this PE.
Landbag, yes.
Don't save her. She don't wanna be saved. Don't save her. She don't wanna be saved. Don't save. Go ahead.
Landbag, I just wanted to really unite with this PE, and definitely purging of this petty boo pessimism, this savior complex that they have of us, of the working class, like we are victims, like we are unable to like do for ourselves. It's fucking disgusting, and I'm just glad to be around a group of cadre and soldiers that are willing to fight throughout all of this and not put your identity politics and your pity on me, because I don't need your pity. I need power.
Woo! Don't save her. She don't wanna be saved. Don't save her. She don't wanna be saved. Yes. And that song is about being out in them streets. It's how you wanna be out in them streets. She don't wanna get married. She wanna be out in them streets. SG, what you think?
Landbag, yeah, no, I think, again, one of the other comrades said this, but they're projecting that this war is something disruptive and negative for the organization, and that's not the case. It's a new period for the organization to consolidate itself even more powerfully, and that we're in a class struggle, and always coming out on top of that and pushing out the petty boo only means we're going to serve the colonized masses more correctly, that more is going to get done. The revolution will only advance forward. And so I think this entire period of this class struggle of the petty bourgeois delaying work and then attacking the same work that is there to serve the people exposes the nature of the petty bourgeois. And I hope all of you are starting to see that, is that when you steal from the people, lie to the people, that there will be a day that when the colonized masses assume power, that everything will be overturned. And we're seeing that now.
Land back. Where's my Chief Sundi? Chief Sundi of training. Talk to him.
Can I be seen?
Yes. I want to say that we have learned a lot from the contradictions. And because we were vulnerable to attack, our email was vulnerable. And so to the feds, I'll be very clear, to the feds. And so that fell under a severe contradiction on our defense apparatus. So Sundiata was demoted after being given multiple times to overturn the contradiction. It just showed that they weren't there just yet, but they are dedicated to being wherever the revolution has them, and in the new place that they're in, they're already shining, already started a crip pad of new trainings and everything to give the masses of the people. So, unlike some, we don't see demotions. We see moved around where the people best need us. Okay? We are all equal, so what does the title matter?
Yes. Exactly.
Go ahead, Sundi.
Yeah, I mean.
But y'all call him Soon.
Yeah.
I get to call him Sundi because he's my cousin.
Exactly, that's blood, yeah.
Period.
Yeah, I think that this war, this struggle, this class struggle, like SG laid out, it has exposed contradictions, but what I've been learning is that we have to learn how to take the negative positively. Right, and that's something that you've taught me a lot over the past few days, CIC, and this is something I'm going to be carrying into the future, because this war will not stop us, it will not slow us down even, and will expose contradictions that we can overturn so we come out on top with a defense apparatus that is twice as strong as it was 4 days ago, and in a war that we are still winning, right? So I think that looking at it as a positive impact has really changed the way I was looking at it pessimistically, letting these petty boo sellouts.
Louder, they're saying in the comments.
Letting these petty boo sellouts, get in our heads is not work because they didn't do anything to the work, right? They doing stuff to people's minds, trying to make it seem like an attack when really it's weight off our shoulders.
Yes.
So we are faster, we are stronger, and we're gonna be ready for the next fight even more, and it's not even gonna be close.
Land back. Now, before you go down, I want you to show them how we don't allow petty bourgeoisie jealousy to come into us. And so when we are moved, the person that is moved into our place, we speak up. We cheer on. We want to succeed and be there forever, as long as the people need them there forever. Introduce your new Minister of Defense and why you believe that victory is imminent under his leadership.
Landbag, absolutely. Yes, I'm honored to serve under our new Minister of Defense, Shagoon. That's some air claps for our new minister. And I have 100% faith in the leadership of Minister Shagoon, given what they have shown as pure compassion for the people. Right? Purely seeing Shagoon on the street, talking to the masses, bringing them to revolution, something amazing. And what we've seen with the grounds office growing worldwide in that position, and now with the new steps we're taking, I have no doubt in my mind that we will be more successful, be more effective under their leadership, and I'm just honored to serve there.
Land back. Thank you so much. Minister Shagoon, can you tell us, as leading in a war, what does this mean to you?
Landbag, y'all. Yeah, I unite really heavily with that first line, that very first line that lays out that, Revolutionary War is an antitoxin, right? It's an antitoxin. We understand that colonialism itself as a complete system is a toxic system that has infected and invaded all of us, right? It's infected and invaded all of the colonized masses. And so when we are engaging in this struggle, which is a deepened class struggle, right? This war all began with the struggle against these, white whipping class, Ku Klux communists, and their POC lackeys, the petty bourgeoisie sellout. And in engaging in that war, right? In engaging in that external toxin and trying to wipe that from, the situation, it led to an exposure, right? It's an antitoxin, and it infects everything, or that because colonialism infects everything, revolutionary war against colonialism is an antitoxin on all levels. And so when we attacked that external toxin, it started to reveal toxins within the organization and even within each of us individually, different toxin, whatever it is. And so really understanding that deepening that struggle externally requires a deepening of that struggle internally. And that's exactly what we're engaged in right now with this, situation with our entire organization, wiping the filth of this petty bourgeoisie, and all of us, heightening our stance to really unite with the poor working class colonized masses and understand what's necessary of us in this period, what's necessary of us in this war. And of course, petty bourgeois tendencies have never been tolerated, but especially at this moment when we're engaged in this war that is, an antitoxin against those petty bourgeoisie tendencies, it is really forcing us to step up to a higher level and to not tolerate any ounce of petty bourgeoisie tendencies. Again, I keep saying that word, but
it's the truth.
That's the truth. That's what it is. So this is a really transformative struggle. Again, both externally and internally, and just like Chief Sun said, it is a weight off of our shoulders. That process is not always clean and messy. In fact, it's never clean. It's always messy and it's always painful. But at the end of the day, it is a victory. At the end of the day, it is a positive. At the end of the day, it makes us better, faster, stronger. So I'm always excited for that.
Landbag, period. Close us out, Soul Mom.
Landbag, y'all. How y'all doing? I hope you're good. Being forged in the fire or whatever. So, yes, Revolutionary War. It is an antitoxin. We need to get rid of, the individualism that the colony breeds in us, and really see, our power and really who we can be as colonized people. We can be people, who actually come and serve our communities and, really bring truth to power, and not just, be talking about all these changes that you want to bring to your people, yada, 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 and then never do it. And I think one of the main things that the Petty Boo does is say that they're going to do something and then never do it. And what they are consistently and always is traitors to the people, and they keep showing their colors time and time again. So peace out. I'm very glad that this organization continues to just be filled with poor and working class colonized people, and that the petty bourgeois people and tendencies that were here are being purged time and time again, hour after hour. And that we are reminding ourselves what our four principles are, is that it's us, poor working class people, that we need to have dictatorship, that we need to be seen as fully human, that it's colonialism and the sellouts that are causing all our misery, and that we gotta lead. So if you're not with that, you gotta go. And it's very clear, to see that this Revolutionary War, the muscle that you gotta put in, some people simply don't have it. And, they're lacking in the streets, they're lacking in their office work, and they're just lacking in actually having anti-colonial politics. And so what we as colonized people who are actually one to our four principles, are actually one to our mission statement, and are actually one to our politics need to do is fight hard as hell to make sure that those principles are upheld, that mission statement is upheld, and that the rest of the colonized masses of the world, not just the people in the United States, but in the world, are reached by these four principles of unity, brought into this organization, and taught how to build and serve in their communities, because that's what's going to get us free. Not no 501c3, not no 501c4, because there's multiples of those types. Girl, bye.
Bye.
The only thing that will save us is a revolutionary war.
Watch the clap if you want.
Point blank, period. I'm so sorry, Comrade Rohan, Chief Rohan. But the only thing that's gonna save us is a revolutionary war, and if you're not here for that, you got to go. So I really took that from the political education, that if you're not ready to be detoxed, you got to go.
Period.
Must be the toxin.
Landbag.
If you wrong, you gone.
You gone.
So get right. All right, y'all. I just want to say that we do want this to be interactive. So please ask your questions on YouTube. If you are watching from the Zoom, you have the link from our text and also our email. It's on my Ghazi, YouTube page. Also, I want action item. Chief Savvy. Can we make sure we change that to Commander Ghazi? And I'm not a TV show. Anyways, yeah, not right now, but later. Anyways, I never liked that, and you know who did that. Anyways, it wasn't Savvy. No, somebody. No. Savvy's way too pretty to be confused with that ugly, hungry hippo. But the next thing is, so y'all are free to ask questions on the YouTube, and Mace, our Chief of Staff of Defense, will go through the questions. Well, not Mace. I'm sorry. Sante will make sure to look through the questions and see. Can you do that, Sante, or someone else can?
100%.
You want to all day? Are you watching the YouTube?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, whichever who wants to. It'll be our spokesperson. Our spokesperson will. So if y'all see questions that should be answered, send it to Chief Ade, our ICC spokesperson. But make sure that those questions are nice. Talk to me nice. You feel me? Even if you're a hater and you have a question, ask it nicely. I will answer it. But do not try to, see, I get angry, I want to fight. I stutter when I want to fight. Do not try to disrespect me or my crew. It will never end good for you. You may get fired. Don't get fired. Save the good questions and I'll ask and reach out for questions online, okay?
Landbag.
And you will read them off a day in that amazing voice. All right, so now we are moving to a call for resources. Ain't that right, Chief Alma?
Of course. So, as you know, we out here fighting a war and everything, so we need to make sure to be building up our defenses. That means we gotta raise some money and everything. So make sure to be donating to BlackHammer.org hashtag with the note defense in the hashtag as well. But I'm gonna let Chief Sub let us know why we need to be donating during this war and everything, right? We building cities, but we also gotta make sure to fortify those cities, fortify this organization. So what we gotta do, Chief Sub?
Landbag, we gotta donate to Cash App BlackHammer.org. I feel like, you know, it's a given to anyone who's really studied history, who's really studied dialectical materialism, that, you know, the ops, the petty bourgeoisie, and the state will always come for anyone who is building something real. For any organization that is building something that legitimately has the ability and the willingness to liberate colonized people. And we know we need defenses. Now, can we tell you exactly what we need? Absolutely not. But if you believe in the liberation of colonized people, if you believe that colonized people deserve a world beyond the misery of 600 years of colonialism, the death, rape, murder, genocide, gentrification, redlining, napalm, nukes, and all of that, then like this is something that you need to donate to, because this is something that will protect what we are building in order to get us there.
Yes.
And that's just really it. And
every dollar keeps a bullet away from one of us who are fighting for the liberation and freedom of all colonized people and the freedom of saving this planet. You know, don't tell us you love us, you support us, if you are not going to put resources in protecting our lives. This is dangerous work. You feel me? This is work that killed Huey P. Newton. This is work that killed Malcolm X. This is work that killed Martin Luther King. This is work that killed Patrice Lumumba. This is work that killed Thomas Sankara. So I really take it personally when you don't give resources to our defense, because that means you don't want us to live. And if you don't want us to live, then you don't want us to do this. So the donations need to be different on this. Okay? Who is next on the list?
Chief T.
Chief T, and then you're going to close it out.
I'm back, y'all. It's been a minute since I've done some fundraising, so y'all know the pipes are a little rusty. However, y'all heard CIC say it. If y'all really, really care about anti-colonial revolution, if y'all really want to see this system ended, you need to invest in our defense. Like, defense is part of every single thing that we do here in Black Hammer. So when you send even $1 to our defense apparatus, it reaches every single nook and cranny of the organization.
Yes.
All right. And I just want to say, like, these petty boo sellouts, they're attacking us, and they probably got the state on their side. Let's be real about it. Let's be real about it.
Yes.
These are feds here.
Yep.
unofficially or officially, they are feds or doing fed work.
Mhm.
All right, and if you want to protect the revolutionaries of today, the revolutionaries who will end this system, you must donate. Don't let us become like posthumous revolutionaries and you only like celebrate us in our death. No, support us when we are alive.
Yes.
Support us while we are, out here alive and kicking the ass of white power.
Yes.
All right, so send some donations now. I know it's a rough time for all of us out here, but $1, $5, $6, $7, 10, 100 if you're in Reparation Corps. Okay, that's my starting point for Reparation Corps.
Oh yeah.
Let's bring him through, and you can also pledge, right? So if you don't have money today, you can send it tomorrow or next week, whenever
Yes.
you get paid. Whenever you ask your grandma nicely, can I have some $5 so I can give to the revolution?
Yes.
But yeah, let's keep those donations coming in. I know I'm gonna donate $5 because I care about my defense and I care about the life of my comrades and my own life. I'm a dad, y'all. I got my
Yes.
son to live for.
Period. Land back, y'all. Land back. And I want to say shout out to Chief T. Chief for T, our Chief for Economic Development, count all the resources that are being donated to us, calculate that. And people put it in the comments what you donated. And our goal today is $800. And we did that for the book trap. We got like 100 people right now on live watching us. That means each and every one of you donate $8 right now. $8 right now. We have 800. Okay? What we're doing is it's not kids play, for real, for real. There were things that happened on top of that mountain. White nationalists came there armed to shoot and kill us. Savvy, you were there, correct?
Yeah.
Coatley and Charlotte, you went there and you saw that white nationalist with his sawed-off rifle, did you not?
Yes. Yes.
And he threatened to kill us, did he not?
Yes.
Yep, he did.
He clocked it, locked it, and aimed it at us, did he not?
Yes, he did.
Yep.
And we sent him running with his tail between his legs back down the mountain, scared as can be and too scared to come back up, did we not?
We did.
You already know.
So Margaret Kimberly, when you say that we had all that mouth for you, but we won't go against people who are armed to teeth, we have went against armed white nationalists coming to the top of the mountain. Well, no, he was a neighbor of ours, or neighbor. Well, the neighbor sent him to come and cause harm to kill us. And then he told us, and he was getting white nationalists and bikers and things like that to come up, did he not?
Yeah.
And they know not to with us, do they not?
Oh, they know.
Mhm. There's a reason why that sheriff, and I saw the sheriff showed the badge cam of him calling us. Have you ever seen a pig show a badge cam of a call? Cause he was such a scary bitch, he wouldn't come up that mountain. Cause he knew what was up that mountain. Fire. Because of your donations. So we thank you. And it was those donations that assisted us in protecting ourselves. So please make sure to have those donations so we can make sure that these pigs are too scared to come up the mountain. Tell him to show him. He said they were legally armed. We were, but also he did not check that. He did not check any of our licenses. We didn't see the pig, right?
No.
Oh, no. He did come up there. He came up there, but he was like, oh, I'm just looking for a dog. And he was shaking in his car. He's like, okay, bye. Did he not?
Dog.
Yeah.
And he was shaking, was he not?
Looking for some dog.
I'm not saying, because he just saw how beautiful our melanin
That
was.
must have been it.
Go ahead, Shagoon.
Land back, y'all. Yes, donate. You heard what GT said. You heard what our other comrades said. The defense of the revolution is the most important part of the revolution.
Yes.
Right? We understand that the masses are our defense ultimately, right? But our own organization itself needs to be equipped with the best possible defenses to allow us to continue pushing the work that we know is actively attacked by the white power state, right? We are building an anti-colonial revolutionary state that serves and protects and responds to the material interests of the masses. And we are doing that in the belly of the beast of the white power colonial capitalist state that's been building up, its own defense apparatus for the past 600 years. And it has so many funds and so many gadgets and so many technologies at its disposal to carry out the material interests of who controls it, right? The white ruling class and their psychotic, death cult to kill the planet, everything. BS, right? We are fighting for a future. We're fighting for life. We're fighting for the poor working class colonized masses to have dictatorship over our land, lives, labor, and resources so that we can usher in our own future on our own terms, under our own dictatorship, playing out our own destiny. And again, what's key here is the fact that we need to be protected. We need to have defense. We need to be militant about ensuring the safety of ourselves as leadership, of y'all as members in the organization, and of the masses that we serve. So please, y'all, donate. Do understand the gravity of what these funds really mean. And yeah, we got that goal of $800, and I am quite sure we will make it because I know that y'all understand the importance of this revolution, and I know y'all understand the high security of this revolution. I know y'all understand the crisis of imperialism that we're facing, and I know y'all understand that this white power beast, as much as it is a paper tiger, it's still a tiger, and in its death blows, it does that. It goes for death blows. So we got to make sure that we are tight.
Period. All right, thank you so much.
Landbag.
All right, so what's next, Chief Alicia?
Landbag. So again, as you know, we are at war every single day. And of course, we have just finished up round 1. And ding ding. Exactly. And we, of course, have a couple of details to lay out about what's going on exactly. There's a lot of talk on the internet. Only people with Twitter fingers, but where are they doing outreach? I don't see it anywhere.
That's funny. Whole Delta variant rising, but okay.
Don't want to give out masks to people? But anyway, we do have our wonderful Minister of Defense, Shagoon, here to lay out what's been going on. What are the details, as well as our wonderful Chief T, who will also go into detail about Danielle and how they started this whole thing going.
Landbag. I'm going to start, and then I'm going to pass it on. Okay. So, first thing is first. We're going to start at the beginning of this war, because this war has been waged before the people that left knew this war was being waged. They're just petty boo dumb trash and didn't know that they were being moved on until it was too late. That's why you got that big ass degree, Danielle, but that small ass paycheck, and that's why you have to be with your unattractive boyfriend to pay for everything for you. But Spark, Jean, person with no backbone that cleans after her, cooks for her, worships her like a goddess because she used to look like something, but but the ugliness has come out. Sorry for you, Jean. Get free, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, it began when free Jean. We're not gonna let you back in here, Jean. Get free somewhere else.
Free Jean into space.
Free Jean into space. But first thing is first, that there was a meeting that we had because I was going through a lot, coming to the realization that I am a survivor and conqueror of being, molested as a child. And it was an experience that was very whoa, I'm open, I'm transparent, but it's very cleaning for me. So I wanted to give other comrades the ability to participate and practice in that. And we had a meeting. We usually have a cadre circle meeting on Wednesdays, but I said, no, this is a meeting of let's talk about what's going on so we can help each other. Because I could only imagine if I was going through something, everybody else must be going through something because we're all one and the same. We're all connected. And so we shared. Everybody was boohooing, crying, tissue, loving each other. And 4 hours in, Ahi rose his hand and said something. And in there, he said that his cousin, who owned a daycare, hired him and then claimed that he molested the children at the daycare. And then he said that the white colonial pigs did an investigation and found nothing. And it was a moment where it was like, whoa. I was like, whoa, I just found out what I went through. Am I just feeling like this person is guilty because I just went through? I'm like, whoa, this doesn't sound right. And he was not telling us anything that vindicated him to me. He did not say that there was a witness that saw anything. He said, oh, when the time it was supposed to happen, I was sleeping. I didn't know what was going on. And he didn't lay out anything. He didn't lay out that the kids came out and said it was a lie. He didn't say anything. He didn't say anything about that. But he did say, but I'm a black man and this happens to black men. And that was it. Wasn't that it?
Mm-hmm.
I have no reason to lie. Things started alerting in me. I said, whoa, this may be a monster here, Ghazi, in the ranks. And whoa, out of all the people he could date, he is dating Taliba, Dominique. He's dating Dominique. And Dominique is a single mother with 2 children that is in a horrible economic situation. We are an organization mostly young people, correct?
Yes.
Most of the people in this organization are not parents, correct?
Yes.
It's a rarity, correct?
Yes.
So out of all the people, he could have dated, he's dating Dominique, who has 2 children. Abdius, thank you. Abdius, who's dating 2 children. So that was ding, and I said, okay, let me keep an eye on that. I told Minister Seen at the time about it to do an investigation. But in that time, Minister Seen was so, I don't know, wrapped up in whatever, but they didn't see that through. Really did, yeah, there was nothing reported to me. Then Minister Sundiata was in there, and I raised that to Sundiata as well. Did I not, Mr. Sundiata?
You did.
Say it loud and proud.
You did.
I did. But still, this was an ongoing investigation. And so while I'm waiting for more information on this ongoing investigation, I get information. This was when we were in Colorado. I get information that Abdius has visited Dominique and left already. And I was so angry because nobody told me nothing. And if somebody would have told me something, or if defense higher ups would have knew something, then this should have never occurred. So again, we have contradictions with our defense apparatus. We're trying to figure that out, get more and more information. This is why we need the resources, because background checks are expensive. Are they not, Coatley?
Yes.
Okay. And and I also knew something too. Organizationally, Abdius was best friends of Jean, and Jean is the puppet boyfriend of Danielle. And I knew that when we expelled Abdius, if anything got caught, we would have to expel Danielle, or Danielle would come out. Danielle had a very vengeful spirit. She was very attacking. She was very nasty, mean, and rude the whole time. And she never opened up her house to anyone except for Abdius. And yeah, it was a situation. So when Danielle first, so now let's fast forward. We're still doing this investigation. We're finding out things. We're finding more and more things, getting contacts and numbers of family members and things. And Abdius does not know that the investigation is going on of them, because I did not want them to run off if we can't catch them right there and do more harm. So we were struggling with Danielle in the ICC because Danielle wanted to turn the Black Hammer organization into a business. She was always about making money, 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 money. Even though we talked about how much we love the land, Sundiata, tell them of the things that Danielle wanted to do with the land to make money.
Danielle wanted to buy some nice land with lots of natural resources and then sell it to the government to get funds from timber, from minerals. Wanted to essentially turn it into a profit, to colonize the land and to extract from it. Disgusting.
It was disgusting. And it was always, we need to make money, y'all. We need to make money, y'all. We need to make money. How do we make money? Money, 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 money. And that was all. And it was only that. And every time she was trying to bring like petty boo friends with skills that didn't want anything to do with saving the people. And then on top of that, it was that she wasn't opening up her house. And then on top of that, she started to say things to us that were really hurtful and not true. Aday,
Yes, Commander.
true or not? Stand up, please. For Danielle to say that she's so concerned about dark-skinned African women. First off, how did Danielle treat Chief Afeni, a dark-skinned woman, sir?
Awfully disdain. Just utter disdain. Like, it was as if she was never doing enough when Afeni was on outreach every single weekend and Danielle never was.
That's weird.
Afeni, if you're in the comments, tell us if you were lying. How were you treated a day?
Not like a fucking revolutionary, I can tell you that much. She talked to me probably how she talks to them people at her job. Real petty.
Talk loud.
She talked to me real crazy like she probably does some white people at her job. Real crazy, real disrespectful. She showed a disdain for the work, and then she lied about the work. Lied about a comrade who was living with me because I don't have a problem opening up my home. And that was really disgusting. And I think it was the attack against the work, which is the attack against the people, that hurt me the most. I can take a criticism, I can rub it off, but when you attack my people, our people, girl, we African though. Let me not cuss. Landbag.
Landbag, thank you. And yeah. It was consistent things that were browbeating people. Consistent things that were browbeating people. SG, whenever you would call Danielle to tell her about something, an action item that she already united to, how were you received?
I always met with a huge amount of resistance to actually serve the people. And the kinds of action items Chief Ina would be united to is alerting the masses of people, hundreds of thousands of people, about the Delta variant, about climate change. And Danielle would never follow through on that. When I would call to find out and check up on their work as the Secretary General, I was met with such hostility. And whatever I would say was never actually heard. But I am here to serve the people, and you united to this in a meeting. And to not follow through is only a disservice to the masses of people. Black Hammer specifically has been at the forefront of COVID-19 treatment and prevention. You can check our record on that too. And so every time I had to shove Danielle to get moving on the job that they were elected for, it only exposed the disdain of the poor colonized working class, and they didn't actually care that millions of people have died already because of this. Their behavior was consistently disrespectful to the masses of people, and they never did anything to ever rectify that.
Chief Wren, who is in these comments, can also say, Chief Wren, could you write actually how you were treated by Danielle Wren right now. Chief Wren, could you write and Watakame, yes, how you were treated by Danielle, but Chief Wren, I want you to speak about how she would cuss at you unprincipally based off of her petty boo needs. But while we're waiting for that, I wanted to say what I saw that really triggered me. And I was like triggered. I'm like, She kept using this tactic that broke up BLM in here, trying to disconnect us from our chapters, saying the chapters felt this, the chapters don't like this, the chapters don't like that, the chapters. trying to cause disunity between the organization and the chapters, and the organization and the chapters are one. Like the leadership of the organization is also the leadership of the chapters. We are all in chapters, correct?
Yes.
We all do chapter work, correct?
Yes.
So how are we disunited from the chapters? We are not living and being in our offices and only coming down here and there and interacting with chapters here and there. No. Danielle didn't even want to be chief of their chapter, but they love chapters so much. They gave it to the first person that they could find, but they love chapters so much. And they were lies, because the chapters are doing and were doing amazing. Were they not, Admiral?
They were.
We used to be Admiral, now Minister.
Mhm.
And so it was just this thing of trying to cause the division. And she continued to build a manipulative, subjective relationships with people to try to split the organization. And I was like, this snake is moving. What kills a snake? A fox?
A hawk.
A hawk. So I sent a hawk. Chief T. I sent a hawk to go in there, and I said, Chief T, tell me everything that's going on. And I said, and I didn't tell this to Chief T, but I did tell this to my two comrades here. I said, I wonder if Danielle is smart enough to know that if they don't get on the right foot and start acting nicer and kinder and less pessimistic and mean and money hungry and grubby, that T is not just the whistleblower, T is the replacement. You think you left when you wanted to. Don't I usually speak to people and encourage them before I leave a criticism? When I criticize hard, I speak encouragement, right?
Yes.
Did I speak any encouragement like my last criticism to her? No. I said, I'm sick. I'm sick. You make me sick. Well, I didn't say you make me sick. I said I'm sick. You make me sick. This whole nastiness, hurting people, is making me sick. And I said, click. Da 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 da. I can say it now because Chief T's ready. Chief T, tell them what she saw in there and stand up, please.
Landbag.
She plays chess, not checkers.
Landbag Danielle, you got owned by the short king. Yes, exactly. Yeah, I just want to say, like, when I came into that office, like, I was already aware that there's, like, a lot of subjectivity, a lot of, like, petty bourgeois, like, BS going on. But when I really got in there, I was like, oh, damn. Oh, damn. Like, these committees that are supposedly putting on so much work, they're not really putting out any work. It's just the same two people doing all the work over and over again, and none of that work ever reaches the chapters. None of the new comrades feel like they're part of anything, so they're only in there for a few weeks. They don't participate in anything, and then they leave. For some reason, campaigns under Danielle had its own book club. As if we don't have a book trap that meets every single Sunday. Like, I don't know what Danielle was teaching these people, but I'm sure as hell that it was not good. And then, like, just, yeah, like, I like, you know, I came into my committee, and, like, as soon as I started, like, giving any criticisms, people were just, like, drop off. Like, when and, like, here's the thing, it's not
Weak
like,
sauce.
exactly, and it's not like Danielle did not criticize. Here's the thing, but she criticized over things that didn't mean anything, right? Because what she wanted the committee to do was, like, keep running in circles, right? Just do research, but that research never means anything, right? She was just like, she had these, she had the comrades on, like, on a hamster wheel, just like, you know, these other orgs that we criticized, like PSL and Workers' World Party. She had these comrades who joined the revolution in order to serve the people. She had them on a goddamn hamster wheel. And when they tried to get off the hamster wheel, that's when the criticisms would come. And so, like, when I went in there and I started criticizing people, like, hey, like, what's going on? People were just, like, they were not used to it, and so they just dropped off.
In Jersey Shore.
Exactly. Oh,
Not that.
oh, not the Jersey Shore.
Oh,
So
Lord.
y'all, the same week that a really important comrade within like my committee at the time actually, which was food ministry, left, like a comrade that had been there for over a year. They were like, they were a huge force within the campaign's committee. This person left due to like family contradictions and like a lot of shit just going on in their family. That same week, Danielle chose to get us all together, and by all I want to say just her inner circle, which was like the the highest leadership within campaigns, not really any of the other comrades. She chose us. She chose to get all us together, and you would think that it was some good political education, maybe some Mao, maybe some Ho Chi Minh.
No.
We watched season 1.
Not that dummy.
We watched season 1, episode 1 of Jersey Shore.
Got a brain like you, all that's all you do.
Just like you.
Exactly. And so yeah, like that was the culture within the committee, and I don't know how much more CIC wants me to talk about, but then I can also
Go
talk
in.
about the way that she acted when it was time to leave.
We're gonna get there.
We're gonna get there.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, and I just I don't want to give too many spoilers because like the comrades are coming out with videos, the comrades are about to be putting out
The people under
testimonies.
this, let me be specific. The people that were directly underneath that demon, that FBI agents, leadership. And let me be clear why I say thee. What was Danielle's nickname?
Ham.
Ham.
And they would say it was ham because of like ham taro.
What is that?
Bicky dicky ham, ticky dicky ham taro. It's anime. But now we are seeing what the ham really meant.
Pig.
Oink,
Pork.
oink.
Oink,
Ah.
oink.
Oink oink. But anyways, we're gonna talk about the leaving situation. Do we have anything from Rena Watakame, a spokesperson?
In the comments?
I see
Yes.
some stuff.
Oh, we'll have our spokesperson say it. Thank you, Chief. Go ahead, Watakame. I mean, not Watakame. Go ahead, Ade. Read Watakame's message or Ren's message. Was Ren in there too?
Landbag, the one I have up currently is from Watakame.
Go ahead.
There was
Can you
like
speak
quote,
up, Chief?
there was a quote unquote in club.
Wait, one moment. What is Watakame's position in what that was under Danielle?
They are Chief of Natural Events Preparedness Committee.
Chief of Natural Events Preparedness Committee. And am I not the archetype for creating that office? Did I not come in there and divide the three and
Yes, you did.
Okay, keep going.
Landbag, would you like me to read both comments from Chief Watakame?
There's 2 comments from Watakame.
Yes.
Are there any comments from Ren yet?
Not that I'm seeing yet. I believe they're typing.
Good. Go ahead. Watakame first, and then when Ren's done.
Landbag from Chief Watakame. I rarely ever spoke to her, and when I did it was when I was united to being the Chief of Disaster Relief. From there, I had to struggle to get any sort of leadership from her. Continuing the comment. There was a quote unquote in club, and I wasn't in it, so I never really heard from her. It was neglectful as hell. I've been a chief since March, and I have met with her twice. It is August 2nd. Landbag.
Land back.
The bureaucracy.
It's gonna be hard finding anyone in the cadre circle that has not talked to me almost every week, if not every other day. I reach out. Don't I reach out? Don't Mama reach out?
Yes.
That's a real leader. And was it not true that before Danielle wants to go out there and take advice for anything, it was my idea for the K95 mask to go out, right?
Exactly.
I organized the actual way to get K95 mask out. Did I not, sir? Did I not get the whole links and everything and the plugs and the warehouses and everything? Uh-huh. And did I not have to drag that office the whole freaking way? And I saw that she did not care when I saw that there was things going on in the world. And I always had to tell her, like, hey, what's going on with, we're having climate change. There's mass fires. Where's the email for that? Where's the email for all the rain that's happening and the flooding? What's going on? Like, what is going on? You have you sent out you sent out an email faster to slander me than you ever sent out an email out to save lives.
That's the truth.
You're going to hell. You're going to hell.
First class ticket.
And there's a comrade in here that was hurt because you don't give a damn about colonized people. And she has been very hurt. You, because of your selfish, petty boo ass, you almost got one of our comrades hurt, if not dead. And that is Chief Amalicha in Texas when the Texas devastation happened. Chief Amalicha, talk about it.
Yeah, Landbag. So this was back in January when the ice storm in Texas occurred. And for like a whole week, like everyone in Texas, over 10 million people in Texas had no access to power, water, or food. The grocery stores were absolutely barren. And for about 2 to 3 days into this ice storm that was occurring, I hadn't really received anything from campaigns. Like, it had to be told literally over and over again about what we needed. And fortunately, within the Texas and Oklahoma chapter that existed during the time, we worked together in order to make sure that we got each other the water and food and resources that we needed. This was not something led by Chief Ina ultimately. And she totally dodged the criticism that was raised of her around this.
While you were in tears.
Exactly. I was in tears the whole time. I was literally like, I couldn't even be on a rally. I couldn't barely do social media because I had a phone that was running out of charge. I was literally at 1%. Still trying to make sure that people understood what was going on in Texas. But Chief Ina, where were you with the graphics? Apparently,
Danielle.
Danielle, where were you with the graphics? You always come into me asking about, what about agitation and propaganda stuff? How can I learn about it? You never did anything material in order to get that out there to the people. You're supposed to be the weather person for every single day in revolution. You're supposed to be the one that has foresight, but you had no vision because you were caught up in your petty boo job that did absolutely nothing. You talked about a calendar this whole time. Where did that calendar? Nobody saw a calendar anywhere. And just so you know, as materialists, Mama Earth is changing every single day. So what exactly will a calendar do, right?
Exactly.
Like, you can know when hurricane season is, but in Texas, hurricane season is every single day. Every single day because of what's going on under climate change. So you were never truly a revolutionary. You were never truly a dialectical materialist. You just wanted to make your cute little organizational type things and do your little research like some type of academic from the colony and get us absolutely nowhere. You did not want to do anything for the people.
There's a hashtag going on. Where were you, Danielle? Watching reality shows. She was obsessed with watching reality TV the whole time. She just wanted to watch reality shows and eat whatever Gene made her. She always had food she always had food delivered or Gene was cooking. Shoot. And Gene was paying. But Gene, when we inform your employer about what you've been up to and doing, I don't know if you're gonna be able to afford Danielle no more. Because we all know you bought her. But anyways, and you're buying her, it's like on rent. She on rent. And when you can't pay the bills, she's gonna find someone else to pay the bills.
Right.
But anyways, then you'll see how much she loves you. Why don't you be with her poor? We helping you actually, Gene. You're gonna see if she really loves you. See if she really loves you in the unemployment line. See if she really loves you struggling. See if she really loves you when you don't have no resources. We helping you. Anyways, now to the where it turned. First, let me say, because people are confused, like how did it turn now into the pedophile, the alleged pedophile apologist? And we are saying alleged for legal reasons. Wendy Williams. We're saying it for legal reasons. That's it. So we do not get sued. Allegedly. The alleged, because we have to say that no matter what we personally believe. The alleged pedophile protector's apologist is because after that sharp criticism that was laid out to Danielle, and Seen as well. It was laid out to Seen as well, but not as sharp as Danielle. Seen was self-critical, Danielle was not. And Danielle was issued to write a 5-page self-criticism, and scene was issued to write a 2-page self-criticism, correct?
Correct.
And instead of a 5-page self-criticism, what we got was this. Minister of Defense, read how Danielle left the organization.
All right. So Danielle first sent a text into the ICC chat. You want to read that real quick? It's just like they're like explaining it. I think it'll give context.
Okay, yeah.
All right, so they sent into the ICC chat. It says, Landbag and good morning, y'all. I am submitting my resignation from the International Office of Campaigns and will be taking an indefinite hiatus from the org. I will, of course, take a week or two to help with whatever needs to be transitioned to my successor. I will still be doing my part in the rally, although I'm unable to make the rehearsal at 2:30 p.m. We know we got tea ready for that, and we said no, thank you. I have plantation meetings today.
They were bad anyways.
Meeting with they fed Pentagon shit. I have plantation meetings today and a doctor's appointment, so I will be available for phone calls or meetings should they be necessary after 5 p.m. I love and appreciate every one of y'all. Y'all have so much to offer the people. Y'all voices and direction mean so much to me. Y'all are brilliant and never lose that. Heart emoji. All right. And then they linked in their resignation letter, and it reads,
Action item. Make sure to make this public on our Twitter as an update of what's going on here, and then link it to this video so they know we spilling tea. Go ahead.
So here's their resignation letter. It says, to the International Chiefs Circle. After hearing criticisms about my petty boo individualism and pessimism, my attacks on the organization, my attacks on other people, my inability to reflect on my role and organizational issues, my office's lack of development of political education, and lack of material results from my office, all true, I would like to present my resignation as the International Chief of Campaigns. I have come to the realization that I have been struggling with all of these contradictions since becoming an ICC chief. These contradictions have been laid out to me on several occasions, both publicly and privately. I've offered numerous self-criticisms, but more recently it's become clear that I've allowed these contradictions to bleed into my office. Yes, you have. This has led to an infestation in the organization that I'm self-critical for. Shout out to that revolutionary anti-toxin war. To my comrades and those under my leadership, I'm self-critical for allowing these individualistic contradictions to hurt the work that the people of this organization are dedicated to. I do not see myself fit to lead anymore. The work in my office has stagnated. People under my leadership are lost and confused, and I can't imagine continuing to be in such a major leadership role. Since joining this organization, I have been a part of several major projects, including our very successful PPE project, which I had to be dragged through. No, they didn't write that, but that's the truth. Which, thanks to our comrades, has delivered free PPE to colonized people all over the world. Other projects, including the Hammer City project.
Pause. That she literally stalled the whole time that we had to move it out of her office to start moving forward at all. It wasn't raising money like it was. It wasn't getting land like it was until we moved it to SG's office, correct?
Correct.
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 Go ahead.
Which, thanks to our comrades, has delivered free PPE to colonized people all over the world. Other projects, including the Hammer City project, raising funds and providing supplies for natural events in Texas and Boriken, developing comrades under my leadership that are taking the charge and developing campaigns and projects of their own. I am proud of the work that I've assisted in manifesting within this organization. I am proud of the comrades that I have worked with. Thank you for trusting in me to lead, for helping me to grow and develop my revolutionary self, which you threw in the trash. I'm proud to say at one point I stood by side y'all and I love y'all for real. Parentheses, Monique, smiley face. At this point, I will be taking an indefinite hiatus from the organization. You already said it. But can't wait to see where y'all go from here. In revolutionary love, Eno.
All right. So it was peaceful, but the shade part of Monique, she had to put that in there. So I was like, okay. All right. Anyways, because Monique is fake.
And everybody know that.
And everybody know that.
It's
So
like
everybody knew that this was fake. This was fake. But we were like, okay, fine, whatever. And things were cool, right? We were like, we got this. We good. We're moving forward. But then they started like they were like busy, not answering calls, but they were doing whatever, right? Talking to the Pentagon, whatever. Usual stuff. It was never easy to get in touch with Danielle, so this was not concerning to us. But then we were having meetings with comrades to explain what was going on. And Abdius was in one of the meetings. And Abdius was acting very strange. And it came to my understanding, like, you know, Abdius, your protection is gone. Your protection is gone. You know?
What about the, I think before that, there was the Facebook post that Ina made, right?
Oh, yes.
Because at first it wasn't like the hostility came to be aware just during that meeting. It was beforehand when Danielle started.
Yes. It was these like, period. It was like this sneak stuff saying, y'all know me. Like, it was just weird. It was like, okay, fine. We know you, or whatever, right? And it was like, y'all know me, whatever. Don't believe them, or something like that. But we understood where that came from, and that came from Chief Wren going to Danielle and telling Danielle that, oh, they said this instead of no, they actually just read your self-criticism. And that's what got Danielle upset, that she thought that we spun something, we just read your self-criticism. And united with it. And it was okay, that was okay. So I was like, okay, whatever. This is when it got real nasty and it started being attacks. When we had that meeting, and Abdius was acting all like shady and stuff. And I could tell that Abdius was being a puppet, right? And so what do you do to expose puppet? You poke. And I'm like, you know what? How dare you, Abdius? How dare you have all these suspicions of us when you have told us that you are an alleged pedophile? We are doing investigation on you, but we have not given you to the wolves. Who is you? And when I said that, he went crazy. Talk about it, Chief T.
Landbag, I'm back. Yeah, it was kind of wild watching him. Like, he absolutely, like, at first, obviously, you know, he did not have any of the grace for us that we very clearly gave to him. You know, because we believe, as Mal said, you know, no investigation, no right to speak. And so Black Hammer was conducting an investigation into what he had spoken. But he was just, you know, he basically, like, he was just trying to defend, like, Danielle and Jean the entire time. He, like, did not care that, like, that it's not that Danielle and Jean are, like, hurting us personally, they're hurting the masses. And you as a revolutionary should care about that. But in that moment, he did not. And then CIC brought up, listen, like, we gave you so much grace over your contradiction, which, by the way, was a gazillion times bigger than anything happening here. And at that point, he completely lost it. He would not let anyone else speak.
I'm a black man, that's why. This all happened because I'm a black man. He was interrupting everybody. It was very giving guilty tease.
Exactly. And it was like, while watching it, like, listen, like, if you are not guilty, why are you losing it? Like, why do you not, like, trust in us as revolutionaries? Why do you not trust in the defense apparatus to conduct a fair investigation? And it was very much like, oh, like, how dare you, like, you know, this is what you just like the colony. And I'm like, girl, you acted like the colony. If you acting like the colony now by preventing a fair investigation, and if you really did that, you are the epitome of what the colony pushes, which is the abuse of our children. And yeah, he really outed himself in that moment.
He did not want us to talk to his cousin. He did not want us to talk to that daycare. It was very clear. Because if you are innocent, talk to the daycare. Talk to my cousin. You'll see they're full of shit. But we didn't get that. Thank you, Chief T. Land back. So he was no longer wanting to be in the organization because there was an investigation and was acting very wild. And I knew that the only thing that was keeping him in was because he was an ear for Danielle. And I expelled him. And when I expelled him, you know, the next day, we were attacked with that email by Danielle and Ishmael,
Formerly Chief I.
formerly Chief I, because we expelled Abdius. And other people left because we expelled Abdius. Even if they were conditioned and manipulated by Danielle to leave for another reason, like lies about the money, y'all knew we were spending money. Fuck you for thinking we are criminals for purchasing a $6,000 truck. We're building a city, you idiots.
Organization.
Do you not need freaking trucks? We bought shovels. Make a list.
We got shovels, we got wood, we got water purification kits, we had to get food, we had to get bear supplies, we had to get tents, we had to get like soil excavation stuff. Like there is a lot that goes into that. We had to pay for gas, we had to pay for people's food, we had to pay for lodging, lawyers. Like it goes on and on and on and on.
Do you idiots think that the only thing you get to use to purchase when you are building a fucking city is the land?
Where does 30 come from?
Also, like, there is, like, a whole bunch of, like, tax things you have to pay. The promissory note, the deed of trust, like, the title entity, the realtor. And then, like, there's so many different things that you gotta pay when buying land. It's evident.
It's levels to it.
It's levels to it. There's levels to it. And just so you know, Danielle was in all of those meetings.
Every single
And just so you know, Ghazi Kodzo does not have access to spend the Hammer City money. I do not. I never have. It was Chief T. And Chief T is not a fucking thief.
Nope.
And neither am I. But you would believe Chief T not being a thief and not me because I'm an African. Fuzz you all. Let me tell you, I was a modeling agent in California, living in Manhattan Beach, California. Check the per capita income. That little 100K, you can't buy me, honey. Even for 100 trillion, you can't buy me, honey. You feel me? My daddy was on the Forbes list, okay? I know what money can give, and it ain't shit compared to freedom.
Exactly.
Compared to freedom. And if you can't understand a person that's like that, then that's on you. Let me be very clear, because you may see my legs shaking like this. I have my foot going like this. The reason why is because my cousin Nairi, who I loved and wanted to be idolized just like her, she would do this with her foot. So now I ingrained myself doing this with my foot. But I'm happy because I'm like my cousin Nairi.
A little history.
A little history. So they were all saying that we are throwing this in Ahi's face, in Abdius's face, and how wrong it was. But none of the people, ask any of the people who are defending Abdius, have they called the daycare? Have they called the families? Kawatli?
Yes.
Do we have, you can't say too much because I don't want anyone to get in the way of our investigation. But our investigation has acquired participants who were part of the claim of Abdius, correct?
Yes.
And that took a while, did it not?
Yes.
Yes. But we got it, right? It's in the bag. And we will be exposing that. You see, he's not saying anything. Everyone else is saying him. Because he knows something is to have. Oh, yeah. So all of these, so what do you call people that leave in defense of someone that has said, I am a alleged pedophile, and none of those people that have left because we say that Abdius is an alleged pedophile, right? And none of them have called the daycare. None of them have called the cousin. You want to know how I know none of them have called the daycare and called the cousin? Because we know the daycare and we know the cousin. Landbag? I just want to get screenshots of these high numbers. 130 people is watching us. Say hey. Hey. You good? That's right. That's my soldier. I'm talking to Chief Rohan. And so, Taliba, aka Dominique. I reached out to I found out Dominique left, and I was really shook. I couldn't believe somebody dating Abdius, knowing she was there too, knowing that he's an alleged pedophile, would leave the organization without asking me, "Hey Ghazi, what information do you have?" A mother. That's an alleged neglectful mother, if you ask me. A child of sexual abuse. You don't deserve children. You don't deserve children if a D makes you stop being a mother.
Yep.
Yep.
You don't deserve your children, Dominique.
Not at all.
Not at all.
You are a vile, selfish person
Extremely.
that won't even take pause and say, "Can y'all show me what y'all have?"
Not even
I've
that.
called her, I've reached out to her, and I've messaged her, and she has not reached out back. But you're a mother, you should be knocking back my door so defense can give you everything. You rather be a good defender of an alleged pedophile than a good mother. Your children will grow up and they will see this video. And even if Abdius did not touch them, to know how neglectful you are, they will not want anything to do with you. And yes, we did contact your white husband who you had them children with. Because he seemed to love them kids more than you. And when he called the police told him, legally, she can have a pedophile around the children. Now, is that the system we're supposed to trust to have said that Abdius was innocent?
No.
That's what
No.
it is. No.
No.
No. No. But don't worry, Dominique. We will be sending all of this information because guess who does want to know everything? Mace, the father, right? The father wants to know everything, and we're giving him all the information. So when he goes to court, he can show them that this neglectful mother
She didn't even show up to court today.
She didn't even show up to court today because she didn't want
That's wild.
wild. And he's ugly. He's so ugly. He is so ugly. He is so hard to look at. I hate even telling him turn your camera on because he's so close to the camera all the time. And I'm just like, dang, how do you sleep with that?
You be having a crust in the corner. I don't like that. I don't like that.
You're breathing heavy on that camera.
Land back. One meeting. And then Danielle and Ishmael attacked us. Ask Danielle and Ishmael and all the rest that I will say you are nameless because some of you are poking because you want to be famous. Your name starts, I'm not even going to say the letter because you're that insignificant, but you're poking because you want to be famous. We're not going to make you be famous. But we are going to. There'll be a day when we're in a room together. By your choice. Consensually. We don't do no kidnapping. And so that spun all of this. And people united with it. Let me tell you something. I'd rather be a person that stole $100K than be a pedophile. I'd rather be a person that falsely claims someone is an alleged pedophile because they said somebody claimed they were a pedophile than somebody that don't say nothing. And y'all said nothing. Y'all not doing any investigation at all. Y'all don't have the kids in the center. Y'all don't have Taliba's kids in the center. Just like Dominique don't have her own kids in the center. You don't have her kids in the center. None of y'all asked us for the information. You just left. But luckily for us, all the people that are leaving either did no work or shitty work because they're all petty boo. Living in high rises. Like Danielle's slave who has so much insecurity would be with somebody just from shaking his purse. We call that shaking your purse when you gotta pay for a partner.
Their little beachfront.
Y'all more worried about 20K than children? I don't want you here either. We don't want you here either.
Exactly.
Just go.
You care more about 20K than children. None of you asked for some proof. None of you. None of you. None of you.
Not a single one.
None of you. Karma gonna deal with your ass.
Immediately.
And if karma too late, the hammer gonna deal with your ass. And then karma. Coming on time. The next thing is, no investigation, no what?
Right to speak.
But a lot of them are speaking. And I'd rather be a mean, pushy, making people overwork to get free. We overwork to get enslaved. Do you not
your
think?
boss on the colony that?
No, she would tell us. She would put us on mute and work on the colony.
Period.
It's true.
You didn't tell the colony it was too much work.
She was like, huh?
Interesting.
The little work y'all did, and y'all didn't physically work. All y'all did was type on your computers. We know you through Zoom. All we had you do was do stuff online. We didn't have you pick up no bricks. How was you gonna build the city? We had to get rid of you hoes because you hoes couldn't build a city. You weren't gonna be laying bricks. You weren't gonna be I'm gay. I don't know. The wood.
Nails.
Hammers, nails. You weren't gonna do any of that.
Infrastructure.
You weren't gonna do any of that. And to this Minchkovich tiny number that left,
Good history.
none of y'all made sure. Then you sent out that slanderous live and email saying Ghazi's mean. Ghazi's mean. Being mean is not illegal. Being mean is not illegal. And I'm not mean. I'm a good person. I am kind. I check on people.
Yes.
I love people. I protect people. I worry about people. But yeah, I'm gonna give you a sharp criticism so you can overturn it because your contradiction is hurting our people getting food. I don't work people so I can be richer. I have no money. I work people because I have to read every day how our planet is dying, how we are getting evicted. 100,000 African and colonized people in Atlanta evicted. That's why we're in Atlanta. HIV and AIDS and the pandemic of COVID-19 are skyrocketing high because Atlanta has not had a proper shutdown because of this Republican governor. So yes, I push. Yes, I push. I push for freedom. And I match that push to the crisis of imperialism. The world is crumbling. Yeah, we got something to build, and it has to be fast and serious and militant, and it's going to take a lot of work. We're going to have to work harder than we work to build this parasite empire.
Yep.
But it's going to be way more joyful and happy. And I don't criticize the comrade. I don't judge the comrade by their contradiction. I judge them how they overturn the contradiction. So thank you for showing yourself, Danielle. This is who you are, not who you pretended to be. Because the petty blue love a pretender. This is who you are, a monster through and through. This is who you are, Ishmael, a peasant, that a disgusting, vile, evil creature that you stole money from Gambia, the chapter in Gambia that needed that money for their roofs. You stole money from Kenya that needed it for their house. You stole money from all of our chapters who give countless counts of PPE in the middle of the Delta variant rising and killing so many of our people.
Rescue fund.
But don't you worry. We raised it all back, and I'm going to raise it all back. You ain't going to stop us from serving our people.
You could never.
You could never.
Never ever.
And to the people that left, I want to criticize the work you did attacking us. I expected more from people that came under my leadership. And, you bitches are my sons, so I expect something of you that resembles me, and it was a hot-ass mess. Did y'all have meetings? I need to see the meetings. I need to see the action items. I need to see the work. But again, you're petty boo, so there's no work. And also you're finding out that petty boo Petty Boo Sellout Ain't Shit Bitches Coming Together is a Petty Boo Sellout Ain't Bitch group that can't do shit against a poor working class colonized masses organization. And that's why y'all are deleting y'all's profiles online trying to run away. You can't run away.
Very quickly.
You can't.
Your names will forever be on an action item. And the day when people, and we allow people to leave and talk shit all the time.
All the time.
We would have let you leave and talk shit. What we weren't going to do, and what we had to say, oh no, now we're going to hit back, is when you stole money from the people, when you stole PPE from the people, when you stole food from the people, when you stole clothes from the people, when you stole houses from the people, when you stole roofs from the people. And when you sent out that email to try to shake the comrades who were in a place of weakness and wanting excuses to leave the work, and you disbanded them to go to the colony. You disbanded them to go to the colony. And for those who may see this that have left that want to come back, I originally said I don't want y'all back. I still don't want y'all back. I want a new you back. I want a new you back. If you can write a deep, deep 10-page self-criticism and send it to Minister of Defense Shagoon, we'll think about it. That's it. Other than that, I don't want your ass. We're better without you. And I'm going to say, even with that 10 page, it's going to be really hard because you still showed your ass that you care more about $20,000 than children.
Exactly.
You know what? I'm sorry. No, I don't even want the 10 page.
Never mind.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. There's 7 billion people in the world.
They are.
And you're nothing.
No. No. Have fun in colonialism. Have fun in this crumbling system that will not be able to catch you. All right. Whew. Minister of Defense, is there anything that I left out? I am spent, and this is the last time I'm talking about this shit, isn't it? And also, I want to pause and say this. Y'all acting that we kept any secrets about Hammer City or the issues that were going on. We did not. We were transparent the entire time. We were transparent the entire time. And there's going to be times that certain things that we cannot say. We cannot say what happened on top of the mountain. We cannot say what happened with the contract because we were in a legal battle, and also because of what happened on top of the mountain, we wanted to make sure that our comrades were legally okay so we could say what occurred. You still see I'm dancing around what occurred to keep my niggas out of jail. But
And this
they
is all
didn't do anything
explained.
illegal, which was all explained. But I need to stay out of the situation. You understand? This was all explained multiple times. We showed you everything we were purchasing while we were purchasing it on the, what is it called? The book trap
Last
of
episode,
War of the
War of the
Flea.
Flea.
Check it. Check it, ho. Check it. Check it. Check it. And the text of me saying, and there's all these texts that are coming out of context. They're coming out of context for a reason because she's manipulating them and cropping out the specific things so you don't see other things. But, yeah. The commander, the Jeep commander for $6,000 is in SG Uncle's name. SG Uncle, how many times have you driven that commander?
4, about. I don't drive.
Because it just has to be in someone's name that we trust. Danielle. Oh, Lord, these numbers so high. Anyways, y'all like this? Y'all need to like. There's 48 likes, but 200 people in here. 201. Like. This is what poor working class colonized leadership looks like. And donate. Did I forget anything?
No, I think you pretty much laid it out. I think, I think y'all heard and everything, but like, y'all gotta understand, these niggas stole thousands of dollars thousands of dollars from our chapters who worked so hard.
You going to
raise
jail?
these funds. In the middle of our first historic Africa panel, we had our first, panel with our Kenya comrades who have been working like hell to organize their people and serve their people and to raise funds to get them housing so that they can organize and serve their people even better. Raised almost $500, and in the middle of that, you want to go steal all their funds. In the middle of Gambia losing their roofs and fundraising, $200, $300+ to replace those roofs, you steal their funds. For this like whack ass white savior bullshit of and we're gonna start a BHO rescue if you need help. Like, bitch, you talking about I can't see my family. You was just visiting your family for 2 weeks before you dropped me I couldn't see my
And
family.
didn't tell anyone. Like,
Girl.
and dropped
Girl. And like that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, that's like all of this is disgusting, and like the defense of the the alleged pedophile is disgusting, and y'all want to ask all these questions about but what is he proven to be a pedophile, blah blah. If you can't just see the basics of poor working class colonized people raising their own funds, petty boo sellouts stealing those funds to start a rescue shit, like, girl.
That that's giving resources to people who make resources to people that make like $100,000 or go to Yale. Anyways, worthless. But we're stealing.
But we're the thieves.
See?
They feel so
Landbag.
justified in
Yeah,
this shit.
and I just want to talk about how Ishmael stole money from the chapters. Danielle stole money from her own committee. All of the money that every single one of the comrades put their blood, sweat, and tears into raising, the entire organization put blood, sweat, and tears into raising, that was meant to get farming supplies for our comrades, right? That was meant to build our disaster relief infrastructure. That was meant to get more mosques and make us more efficient as an office into tackling all these different colonial crises of malaria, cholera, coronavirus, climate change, food shortages. She stole all that money. And I also just want to let you all know that she was the one, no one in that office knew how much money was in that cash app. For all we know, it was thousands of dollars. It was connected to her own bank account and she ran with it. And she never used that money for anything. She never let us use that money for anything. We know the petty boo loved to hoard, and she kept those resources the entire time from the colonized masses who really, really needed it. And she did nothing with it, and then she ran away with it.
So, which is illegal. You going to jail. We are pressing charges. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Since you hashtag pressing charges. Hashtag pressing charges. Say hashtag pressing charges. Yes, our legal team is on it. Correct, Minister? Correct. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Correct, Chief of Staff Mace.
Yes.
Thank you. Our legal team is on it. You will be you will be dealt with. Since you love the state and white power and the feds so much, go be with them. Go be with them. Oh yes, we will sick the wolves on you. The hell? So Danielle and Ishmael, don't drop the soap.
Nope.
Listen, I guess Jean, it's gonna be cheaper to keep her now. All you gotta do is make sure she get a honey bun and some ramen noodles. I'm good, ain't I?
Commissary Jean!
Commissary Jean. Get that commissary Jean. Yeah. Oh yeah. Period. And we will make an example out of you so no one else steals from us. Because we've had a lot of people steal from us. Ain't that right, Bruno? And
Rotten ass.
Bruno, your parole officer is about to be informed that you stole that money from us. We have the screenshots of the cash app that you spent without our consent. We also have the screenshots of you saying that you stole money from us.
Oh, it's the self-admittance for me.
It's the self-admittance for me.
How you gonna sneak yourself?
Man, even to yourself.
Scamming and get caught.
Scamming and getting caught.
First rule of the game.
We will do this until the white power state crumbles, and then we have our own prisons to put you in. But until then, we'll use theirs. Bye. All right, what's next on the agenda?
Of course, again, like we said, we raising funds, but this time for real, we out here making sure that the people get the resources that they need, that PPE, making sure that they get food and clothing. BHO Rescue Fund, y'all talking about housing, but ain't never let any of your comrades into your house, didn't want to open up a hammer house or anything? Sounds like a scam to me. But Chief T is gonna let us know how us out here are making sure to build up that defense, that protection of our comrades all over the world. Because we are building these hammer cities
Period.
in every single chapter.
Pause. I just want to say about the Atlanta house, because y'all want to talk about that. Living in Atlanta is cheap, you idiots. We live in a 5-bedroom house that costs $3,000 a month. We are renting this house to raise resources to buy a house. It was always that. But we were on the verge of getting evicted, and we needed to get a house at all. And guess what? My budget for renting a house was $1,100. Actually, it was $1,200, and I had you get on it first, didn't I?
Yep.
Didn't I, Savvy?
Yep.
Who was the one that offered up this house, Savvy? Was it me, or was it Scene?
Yeah, it was seen because they took over after me. After I was looking.
Yeah, and Scene said $3,000 is really good for a big house, Ghazi, and it's a lot of people. You want a lot of people. You want a lot of animals. This is the best way to go for now until we find a house to purchase. Until we find a house to purchase. And this house is connected to the Hammer City project because there's land out here we is looking for, correct?
Correct.
And we need to be here to look at the land out here in Georgia, correct?
Correct.
So yes, a percentage of the rent of this house to get us to look for Hammer City
A percentage.
is paid for by the Hammer City funds. But we've been raising so much money, and we have so many comrades here dishing out so many resources, we've barely had to use anything and are able to even pay back what we used for the Hammer City money, even though we see this as Hammer City. We're also using the backyard to test out all kinds of crops and things, and we're food foresting, correct, Chief T?
Yes, we are.
We are using this house to food forest. We are using this house to train on how to build different things. But anyways, don't you worry. We will be in something a lot more affordable for us, so we can just fundraise for that. But yeah, we've actually been raising so much money in the streets, we don't even need the Hammer City money. Until now, when they stole our money. We had over $2,000 we raised. We were getting ready to pay, which would have made the amount, we only get like around, I can't remember, like 1,000 or something from the Hammer City, and we pay the rest. We already made $2,000 on top of the money that we all pay from unemployment and things for the $3,000 and something dollars. But now it was stolen from us. And this is money that we got from the streets of West End. Look at West End, poor working class people. Tell them, Solomon, how they be giving us money at West End. Because we do community cleaning up trash. Another thing Danielle did not want to do and hated, detested doing was picking up trash.
Well, you know, unlike Danielle, who went to outreach like once a month, if that. Anyways, you know, we be out here, you know, at least 3 times a week in the West End picking up trash because colonialism has made our communities dirty and filthy and polluted. And, you know, obviously the city of Atlanta, full of neo-colonial sellouts, just like Miss Danielle over here, does absolutely nothing to serve the communities and pick up the trash and the litter that is literally poisoning our people. But Black Hammer Atlanta showed up immediately. As soon as we landed here, the same freaking day, we were already picking up trash in the west end of Atlanta. And because the people see that we're doing something material, picking up the blunt wraps off the street, picking up
There's a lot
the
of them.
bottle caps off the street, the blunt filters off the street, that's a mad kinds, the cigarette butts, which are some of the biggest pieces of trash that exist in the world, we have been the ones picking those up. And as soon as people see us doing that, they come up to us and like, you know what, I want to see more of this.
Yeah.
What can I do to support? And I'm like, you know what, luckily we have all kinds of different ways that you can support. You can come out with us next weekend if you like, or even tomorrow, you know, pick up some trash with us. Very low commitment.
Mm-hmm.
We got our Venmo, we got our Cash App, and you know, we got our, we take cash as well.
Period.
BH Atlanta, if you were interested, you feel me? But you know, we do all those things and people are super supportive. And you know, people here, you know, because they're poisoned by colonialism, I won't blame them, you know, they think that all that there is to life is getting a bag. And they're like, you know what? I do have this bag, Vampire's crumbling. Let me give $10, you know, to this person right here who's picking up trash. And that's exactly what they do. They take pictures with us. They hug up on us. They offer us free haircuts. They offer us free haircuts. They offer us
free patties,
to
free
come,
juice.
you know, to their events, to host events at their businesses.
Shout out to Mangoes for the free patties.
Mangoes.
Yeah, when you do
Yummy
stuff for the
ass
people take care of you. So the people have been taking care of us, and that's why we're able to be here.
And you know,
So maybe if you went to the clubs, maybe if you went and picked up trash, you would see that you don't need those resources. That was just a backup in case we desperately needed those resources to make sure that we won't be kicked out on the streets.
not only that, but you know, if you have a genuine kind soul, people see that. People see that past your mask. People see that, you know, past the uniform. They can see your kind heart through your eyes. And something that Miss Danielle did not have is that kindness in her eyes. And people walk up to me and they're like, damn, I love your energy. And they say that to each and every one of us when we are at outreach. And just to say that Massachusetts, Connecticut chapter was dry as hell.
Dry. And so was the New York chapter. Dry.
And you know, that's what happens when you have disdain for the
And the
poor
tri-state
working
chapter was charity politics up through and through. Dry.
And that's just what happens, you know, when you have a disdain for the poor working class and when you're a petty
When
person
Ren left.
who is disconnected. When you
Shout
are
out to Maya.
disconnected from the masses, that's when you only have 3 members.
Period.
And they all leave because
Period.
you're disconnected. And so I would just like to say that BH Atlanta, even though majority of us are not even from Atlanta, we are more connected to this community than the Massachusetts Connecticut chapter or the New York
Period.
chapter who claims to be from the streets but couldn't even, you know, bring 3 more people into their chapter. It's embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
We go
Embarrassing.
out the wazoo every weekend. We be recruiting
Literally.
like hell.
We get a lot of members. Lots of
you know,
members.
You know.
And child, I'm from Atlanta, okay? Been here since I was 4 years old, okay? And just to say, Atlanta is a transplant city. So we're not even like, are you from her? Like, Atlanta's very welcoming.
Right.
And we understand that African people and colonized people come here for cheap living so they can live good, right? And then they don't have to see a lot of white people. We know that most colonized people that come to Atlanta just don't want to see white people. And that's what Atlanta can give you. Cheap living, you don't have to see crackers. Don't that feel good?
Yes, it feels great.
You can count how many days it took for you to see the next cracker, huh?
It took about 2 weeks.
That's amazing. Oh, wow. It feels good.
Praise God.
Praise God. All right, what is next, Chief Alicia?
Well,
Of agitation propaganda.
of course, we still have to make sure that we raise the money to get the resources for all of these trash pickups and everything, but also to make sure that our comrades across the world are staying as protected as possible, especially in the middle of these battles that are occurring. We are only in round 1, honey. You know how much a boxing match is? It's like 9 rounds. Boxing people.
BLM, we ain't forgot about you.
No, we
PSL, we ain't forgot about
Right
you. BAP, we ain't forgot about you.
no, we didn't.
WWP, we ain't forgot about
We
you.
didn't forget.
Exactly.
Huh.
So we ain't done yet.
APSP, we ain't forgot about you. All the sellouts will be dealt with.
Every single
We
one.
just had to mollywop my badass, you know, reject children. You know something about reject children, don't you, Danielle? We had to. Your revolutionary and birth mama rejected you. So,
Damn. Double homicide.
Double homicide.
don't know how that feels. Anyways, Nani. Can't relate. But anyway. Your mama messed with you now because you got a man that can pay for her sickly bills. Shout out to your mama. She knows what you were. Anyways, and now I do. But we're moving forward. We're moving forward. What was I talking about?
You handed over to Amma for the next part of the agenda.
Yes, thank you, Amma.
Yes, so we are out here fundraising and everything. So just a reminder to continue sharing this live everywhere. I see we have 215 viewers, y'all.
Y'all better donate. Y'all better donate.
Y'all love the tea. You better
donate. Cash at Black Hammer Org.
Exactly.
Black Hammer Org #defense.
Yeah, put in the notes defense so we can make sure that that gets to our defense apparatus,
Yes.
making sure that we are protecting the people constantly.
Rohan.
So,
come here.
yeah, make sure to keep sharing. Put #check that melanin so everybody know we out here on the Vanguard at the same time and everything. We making some money to protect the people, unlike these scammers who just want to front this whole time. So, Chief T, let us know a little bit about how this is not a front. This is a whole real revolutionary
Before we go
thing.
to Chief T, I want to talk to Rohan. Rohan,
Yes,
you know, being that you struggle with, tell the people what you struggle and conquer every day.
regarding my different ability.
Yes. Different. Not disabled, just different. None of us are built the same. We're all like snowflakes, whatever.
So I struggle with a condition called epilepsy, which means that I am prone to seizures at very infrequent times. And so every single day is a battle, because even if I don't have a seizure, there are the after effects or just the recovery or just the brain fog. And like I can't walk into a room safely unless I know that like if lights are going on or off, like I have to keep my eyes closed. I have to keep these sunglasses on because, again, light sensitivity, very strong. And on days that I do have a seizure, it's very difficult for me to produce speech sometimes. If I've had multiple within one day, I'm very tired. Speech is very difficult. Very tired. Speech is very difficult. Walking is very difficult. I also deal with something called Todd's paralysis, where after a seizure, this whole side of my body, I'm dyslexic, I don't know which side, I'm sorry. This whole side of my body just goes numb. And so it's very difficult for me to like properly walk. And so, as I was coming up here, my seizures can be triggered by many things, and sometimes they just don't have a trigger because epilepsy, as I just said. Heat, light, many things of that nature. And it makes doing the work difficult because like sometimes I have to turn off my camera because like I don't need people to see what's going on. I just need, so long as I let them know that I'm still there, that I'm okay.
Period. Tell the people how many committees you in, Rohan.
I don't know, I stopped counting.
Tell them.
I am in 1, 2, 3, carry this 6.
No, tell them the committees. Lay them out. Lay them out.
I am in SciTech. The subcommittees IT and the research. I am in econ development. I am in defense, particularly defense training, and I'm part of the translation task force.
What excuse you got?
Landbag.
This is goals for me. It's not goals for you. Rohan, tell the people why it is so important that they donate to defense and how Black Hammer having a strong defense apparatus makes you feel.
With this defense apparatus, first of all, it is the defense apparatus that got you these seizure lessons, these first aid lessons in the first place. The reason I'm here right now is because everyone in this house knows how to deal with my seizures. They watch the training. They know the protocol. They know exactly where to go, what to do. Sometimes they forget, but that's not their fault because this is just not something that people have been taught. Because the colony takes that knowledge from you. The colony doesn't give you that knowledge. We're giving you that knowledge. So it's very important that, yes, you donate to defense so that you have that knowledge. Because there are more people with epilepsy out there. It's not just me. I'm not the only one. And even then, even if you're not epileptic, you can still have a seizure. So it's very important to have this knowledge and even more knowledge. It's very important, again, like as you said, the stuff that happened at the mountain. If we didn't have a defense apparatus, what would have happened at that mountain? If we didn't have a defense apparatus, what would happen to a majority of these think about what could happen if we didn't have a defense apparatus? Like, that's how important defense is. Without a defense apparatus, like, yeah, we can be scary, but that's the point.
That's the point.
Like, just think of your colonial military or whatever. What would y'all do without them? Well, actually, never mind, don't say that.
What
Y'all
would white
probably
power
do
do
without
without
them.
its colonial military? You know?
But honestly, like, if y'all, like, the way that people worship the military, that's how it should be with defense. Like, treat defense the way that you would treat your colonial military. Y'all love your soldiers and your troops so much, support us.
Period.
We are the troops.
Landbag, thank you. Rohan. Thank you. And Chief Rohan came in this organization houseless. Have you ever known homelessness now since you being here?
No, I have not.
And you will never know it again.
I will not.
Landbag.
Landbag.
And the most vulnerable of us feel safest here.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ron. You can sit relax.
Okay,
Thank you so
go
much. You're so strong. I'm gonna get Savvy now, since they want to talk about Savvy. Savvy.
Yes.
And, have you been houseless before?
Yes. Yes, I have.
Has this
Multiple
organization
times.
ever threatened houselessness to you?
No. No, it has never.
Okay.
And you are a very vulnerable comrade on the colony, are you not?
Yeah. Been through a lot
When have you felt safest in your life?
in this organization. First time in my life.
Tell the people why.
I mean, before I joined this organization, I was, houseless, in an abusive relationship with an ex of mine's, living in his parents' house and living in his childhood bedroom, just being like abused, just neglected, and just tortured. And I had to escape that house with my life. Like, had to literally pull out a knife, had to fight for my life just to leave that house and escape. And thankfully, during that time, Black Camera was there to help me and assist me to move into a safer apartment in Florida until I could move to, other comrades' houses. And then I've been with Black Camera ever since, living with comrades, whether that's, in different chapters all over, and helping out. So, yeah.
Did Danielle, we all knew you were going through this in Florida, correct? Danielle knew you were going through this in Florida, correct? Did Danielle ever reach out to say you can come to my big-ass 2-story home by the water?
On a beach.
Never
On the
talked
beach,
to
by the beach.
Danielle ever at once in this organization.
So it's funny she care about you now. Danielle's been knowing what's going on with your hand, right?
Yeah.
And she was over the office that would give you medical advice and assistance, right? Who made sure you went to the doctor and got checked and got medication and paid for that medication out of my own pocket, out of my own YouTube view money?
Commander Gazi Kozo.
Yeah. 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 That's me. And what they are making salacious things about is that Savvy had a contradiction. And what happened was I informed Savvy to go out to the porch so I can talk to Savvy. And I informed Savvy that they, right, because of this contradiction, would be going to the Catawba house that's 6 hours away, right? But Savvy, because of their trauma, they didn't hear these other words. They heard me clearly. But it felt like, oh my gosh, Savvy did not believe that we were going to give them to the Catawba house. Savvy believed we were lying because Savvy's never known anybody be truthful to Savvy. And Savvy snapped. And Savvy did things. And it's funny that y'all said that defense was grabbing at Savvy and 4 African men. First off, you African?
I'm not. I'm indigenous.
Okay. He was the one helping you during your panic attack, correct? Kawatli, you a twin. You African?
No, I'm not. I'm indigenous.
Chief Sundiata, you are African, correct?
I am an African.
Okay. Mace, you're not an African, correct?
I am not. I am indigenous.
So 3 indigenous, 1 African man. So why do they say 4 African men did this? Because you're anti-black, and it's easy to believe that black men would beat up on an African woman. But were you beat up on?
No, actually, they were protecting you. And, you know, they were doing their job. They removed me out of the house, you know, to protect you, to protect the comrades in the house while I had my episode.
Did they talk to you? They try to talk to you down? Now, Savvy, let's be honest. It's okay. We're not pressing charges or nothing. But Savvy, if anyone between you and Defense got blows in, Savvy, did you, because Defense came back to me, scratched up, mapped up, shirt stretched out, all kinds of things.
I mean, I'm a 5'10" girl, you know.
I ain't no warrior.
I'm a thug, and that's just.
That's why they my chief of staff. Cause we all fighting. That's a warrior princess there. And so I was actually proud when they came back limping. And they knew better and would never want to, never, ever hurt Savvy.
Yes.
But Savvy was an episode. Savvy was oh, Sundiata came up scratched up. I was like, did the kitty do that? You bad though, you bad. But please, never get on us. On the Landbag.
Landbag.
Since y'all need to know everything. And Savvy wasn't ready to talk about their traumas yet. Savvy wasn't ready to talk about the abusive boyfriend and all those things that did that yet. But y'all have forced Savvy to with that email and forced Savvy to with that lies. So you are causing so much trauma and devastation for Savvy. When I called Savvy after y'all did what y'all did, when I called Savvy, it sounded like they were in a fetal position, crying uncontrollably. Who is there visually that can say how Savvy was? Go ahead, Ade, from the Catawba house that took care of Savvy, and when Savvy came, they made a good ass food that I need to get here.
Okay.
Oh, so you gonna need to get your ass in that kitchen.
Landbag.
Yes, I will.
Go ahead.
Landbag. When that email full of lies came out, I was directly next to Savvy, who burst into my room in tears, and the first thing they did, because they're revolutionary, was apologize to us, which was so sad to me that they, through everything, came in and apologized to us for these sellouts' behavior, exposing them under the guise of care that they never showed when they had the opportunity. Not once. Landbag.
Landbag. She's the housing queen. That's why I wanted a house so big, because I want to pack as many hammers in it as possible, because our hammers are becoming unemployed. The only hammers that are not being evicted and unemployed are the ones that, the toy hammers that left. The toy hammers that left make $100K up a year and have a lot of money and resources, or have latched themselves onto somebody that does. This is who we really are. This is who the Black Hammer Organization is. And my manifesto is coming out tomorrow. And it's going to be broadcasted on this YouTube page. For the Tuesday rally is my manifesto. Victory is imminent. Where you can see the theory. We're showing you the practice first. And we're going to show you the theory that got us to be this good. Don't join Black Hammer now. If this is encouraging you to join, wait till tomorrow to watch my manifesto. It's a video. And then, if you believe in the way we practice and in our theory, then join. And I go in and I show things about myself and expose things about myself that I've never exposed to anyone. Because I need you to understand who I really am before you come on this journey. What's next, Chief Amalicia?
Landbag. So again,
and this is why we're the Vanguard.
Exactly. We are the Vanguard, and making sure that, you know, again, that we are getting through each round. And so again, round 1 is just coming to a close. But of course, there's other rounds that come through in a revolutionary war, making sure that in every single round that we are centering the masses of people. And that's something that these sellouts didn't want to do. That's something that the sellouts cannot do. That political education really did nothing for y'all, didn't it? And we had central political education for you every single day. Danielle, did you not take that action item of reading Dare to Struggle, Dare to Win 10 times?
You know she did not.
Of course.
Embarrassing. So just make sure that throughout this live, you continue to share on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. I see we popping off in y'all's Twitter fingers and everything tonight. Y'all sharing the live stream. So continue to do so. And of course, make sure to be donating to Cash App BlackHammer.org. Within the notes, put defense. And again, our goal is $800.
Come on, y'all. I need to see some $100 donations, Reparations Corps.
Come on now.
Okay? Okay, because it's your system that wants to kill us.
Period.
It's your system that's sending these Fed agents to destroy us and make us vulnerable for attacks, but they've only made us stronger for attacks.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so this is why we need those resources in defense so we can get background checks, all kind of interweb things, so we would never have any of that again. And processes. What's next on the agenda?
Laying back. So up next, we will be talking about the changes in leadership structure. As we have seen, Danielle decided to dip out unprincipledly at that, of course. And we have some amazing new chiefs who have taken the time to step into the position, to steal the comrades under their leadership in such a quick amount of time and show true vision for the revolution. So I will pass it off to our commander-in-chief to also present to everyone our brand new leadership.
Land back. Thank you so much. Chief, is this urgent? You okay?
I felt like I heard Huey or something.
Oh, okay. Sorry, they thought they heard the kitty cat. Did I need to know you heard the kitty cat? Anyways, land back, y'all. You see my defense, please. Please. I was like, who out there? Please. That's why I need to do donations. We gotta get trainings. Yeah. I want to have a full election right now, quick election right now, but thorough and true. And we're gonna have people that are up for election, and we're gonna get united, because the way moving forward for the Black Hammer organization is after this manifesto, we will be pushing this manifesto out to the world. We'll be making a book out of this manifesto out to the world. We will also be giving the resources to our many chapters that still exist, dozens of them all over the world. We will be splitting up the Hammer City resources to all of the chapters, and Minister shagoon will be making sure that they all are getting Hammer houses and Hammer City land. So they can feed, clothe, and house themselves, have crops on the land, all those kinds of things. They'll be buying all kinds of different things. Maybe land that's isolated, maybe a block in the hood, in the middle of the hood, and making that Hammer City. Hammer City is going to be all kinds of different things, a place, a haven for poor working class colonized people all over the world. Yes, so first is our Minister of Defense, Shagoon. I picked you, and then you were voted by the leadership. But it is because of your honesty, your kindness, your openness, your love for the people, and your willingness. And I know you've got shortcomings, and we all do. Me too. I got a short attention span because of that damn Satana crayon. But all I have to do is ask y'all, what was I saying? And then y'all let me know. Okay. We're all mentally different. And to y'all that want to do mental reads of Ghazi's not mentally well, no, not mentally well people steal money for ruse. Period. Mentally well people fight to get those resources back.
Exactly.
And you have made me believe in myself. You've made me believe I was a good person. And I know how much you love and care for colonized people, and that you won't let a hair on their head be hurt, because you have jumped in front of a loaded gun for me. You have jumped in front of a crazy homeless Antifa member trying to attack me. You have jumped in front of me many times. And now I want you to jump in the masses and protect them. Do you unite?
I do unite.
Does anyone disunite here or in the comments? All right, if you unite with Minister of Defense Shagoon, even though I have the right by the manual, correct, SG?
That's correct.
To pick them, and you not saying anything about it, but I'm letting you have at it. Anyone, if you have unity, say unity.
Unity.
Okay, Ron? Okay. And say unity in the comments. And Shagoon needs to see the unity, because Shagoon suffers with self-doubt, which comes from the colony. So tell Shagoon how bad and amazing they are. Watch out, there's gonna be trolls here, girl. There's a lot of people,
okay, girl.
You know the hammers. Okay, so we're moving on that.
Landbag.
Landbag. Next, we have our Secretary General, Anko, who has been through a lot and who has, made errors, but I am seeing struggling to overturn them. And because of that fight, we see you fighting. But I need to know, do you want to be SG for the right reasons?
Yes.
Landbag. Is there any disunity?
Landbag, can I speak?
Landbag, yes. You want to state your name and your position?
Yes. Landbag, y'all, I am Chief D. I represent the colonized nation of India. Pronouns he, him, they, them, and I am currently acting chief of campaigns. Yeah. Okay, can I continue speaking?
Yes, because I was just getting water. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Self-critical.
No,
And then
you're good.
Shalot, can Shalot sit down? He just got me water. My personal defense. You ain't touching me, ho.
Making sure you stay hydrated, because that's part of defense.
Period. Go ahead.
Yeah, I did really want to say that I want to say that the Secretary General office of this organization has been through just a lot of contradictions. I want to say I think it was like exposed to us at the last rally, right? Just how much things got fucked up. Y'all know what happened with the land. I think everyone knows here what happened with the land. If y'all don't, there was some a very silly mistake, I want to say. That's what my teachers used to call it. A silly mistake.
We have to say, we transparent. We don't got to dance around it. Uncle was supposed to print out 9 pages for the, what was it, the deed of trust?
The promissory note.
The promissory note, and only printed out 8. So that's what gave the ability for the Becky, cave land stealer Becky, to take the land from us.
Land back. Yeah, I was gonna get to it, but thank you for speeding it up. I'm a storyteller, y'all. I'm a storyteller. But yeah, like the reason I wanted to bring that up is because like I think that contradiction and then contradictions like afterwards have really just showed like that you have not really started your process of class suicide, Uncle. That there's a lot of work that you still have to do, and that you consistently struggle to center the masses. That contradiction showed that you struggled to center the masses, but then also the fact that like that contradiction, that did not cause attacks on you, that caused attacks on our CIC. And like CIC is like, the most outward facing comrade in this entire organization, which means that any attacks on our CIC is an attack on all of us. When our CIC is compromised, all of us are compromised. And I really have not seen like since then, like it's been a long ass time since that contradiction first happened. Like it's been a long ass time since that contradiction happened, and I haven't seen you center the masses again. I have not seen you like center like the protection of our own like CIC, of your CIC in the organization. And it's just really worrying to me. And like the fact that like again, like it's that very like petty boo thing of like, yeah, you give these self-criticisms, but like have you gone deep enough? Have you like ripped that petty bourgeois like rotting root out of you? Because that contradiction does not seem to go. Like, you've been criticized a lot, like, over your just like lack of care, your shabby work, like not like fulfilling the duties of an SG, but like the contradiction has never gone away. I just want to say that. And so like, yeah, like I think that there's some serious work that needs to be done within the organization, like by all of us. And there's some serious work that needs to be done, like to rebuild this SGO, to build the SG office, I want to say, because it has not been doing its duties, and really it's been adding fuel to the colony's attacks, because like the SGO office is supposed to make sure that our entire organization is good with like processes and all these different things, but like instead it has like aided the colony many times in the attacks that consistently come against us. Landbag. So yeah, like that's really what I want to say. I'm sure that there's other comrades who might want to speak, or someone may unite or disunite, but this is really how I feel, and I think that there are some serious changes that need to be made in the SGO for us to move forward, especially as the crisis of imperialism accelerates and the attacks against us are only going to get worse and worse. Like we saw, this was a whole ass attack from the feds, and things are gonna get worse from now. So I need to see if like our SGO of this organization that is tasked with anti-colonial revolution for the entire planet is up to the task. And right now, I don't know if I have that faith.
Landbag. So you had your hand up. Are you in unity or disunity with Secretary General Uncle's position?
I have to unite with Chief T. I have to unite with Chief T. SG, I feel like, your self-criticisms, they're really beautiful and they're profound, but I have not seen you, like Chief T said, go down into the root and scoop it out and really like flourish. And it seems like you're grasping at what you think the position is. Like you think it is this outward show of this, that, and the other, but you're not immersing yourself in the masses and being a real dialectical materialist. And if I really think about it, the last time I saw you do that was when you were in Colorado. And I think that that part of the contradiction with the land was from this thing of like losing that connection with the masses. That, we as people with petty boo upbringings, like I've been, on the streets like you, homeless like you. I was adopted like you, but I also grew up pretty petty boo like you in the suburbs. And it's a thing where if you're not constantly immersing yourself in the masses and remembering why it is that you are doing what you are doing, you're gonna lose it. And it feels like you're just not going deep enough into it. And I would move that I think it would be great to go back into the Colorado chapter and really just focus on serving the masses. Without this, I think you have this idea in your head of what a Secretary General is supposed to be, and I don't think it's right, SG. Because the Secretary General means that you are the second most willing in this organization to bend your will and subject everything that you are to the masses, and I don't see that.
Landbag. Charlotte, one moment, Charlotte, I'm sorry. I'm trying to be a dialectical materialist, and I want to hear from the person that knows you the most. Sante?
Should I come in here?
Mm-hmm. You can take my seat.
I'm back. Landbag, comrades, and to those that are watching online. As you all know, I am Secretary General's partner. I was also the Chief of Agitation and Propaganda at the time, who Secretary General Anko had appointed, or had not appointed, I'm self-critical, but had, suggested that I become the Chief of Agitation and Propaganda. And one thing that I really do see with Anko is a pure and resolute love for the people and for the revolution. I know that. And it's because they have shown that love to me when no one else has. And I know that can be very individualistic and very microscopic in this grander scheme of this organization trying to save everybody. But I know if Anko can save somebody like me, I know they can save everybody in this planet who is colonized and has the same experiences as me. Because I know that Secretary General Anko comes from a petty bourgeois background, but I also know that they have been through the experiences of a poor working class colonized person that was kicked out of their house as as someone that was queer, as someone that was stolen from their own land. And I'm struggling to be objective, and I'm trying to I'm centering the people here, and I want to say that I have to unite with my comrades, with Chief T, and with what Chief Sa had laid out, that I really think that there should be a period of time where SG Anko should really show that process of committing class suicide, and where they aren't caught up with the work that is required of them in this higher leadership level, but something that shows humility in the work by being amongst the people, because that's what revolutionaries are. They are in the masses. They swim amongst the masses. And unfortunately, it can be hard for SG Anko to come down and to actually be a part of the work that is happening on the ground with their comrades, and not feel like, this is something that is for them individualistically. And I do want to say, though, that Anko has showed me revolution since the day he joined Black Hammer. There was something that he told me, which I'll never forget to this day, and it's that he is placing everything in his life in this revolution.
Yes.
Not even his relationship to me, to anybody. It's this revolution. And I have no doubt in my mind that is at the forefront of his mind. But I do also know that you are 23 years old, and you have so much to learn and so much to grow, so much humility to grow as well. And I know that committing class suicide isn't just leaving the plantation and joining the ranks of poor working class colonized people. It's also being that poor working class colonized person that knows if you don't center yourself, you center the world, because that's what's out there. You have yourself and you have the world. That's what you can perceive. And I know that you are struggling with that. But yeah, I don't want to go on for too long, but I just wanted to say I unite with my comrades, and the way forward.
Landbag. So last but not least, and then we will move it forward. I think how we found out so much about Danielle from the chief of staff position, because it's right under, is Chief Solomon.
Landbag. Yeah, I also want to unite with what my comrades have said in this unity with.
You have to speak up and stand up.
Sorry, I should stand up. I'm self-critical. I as well need. It's not even that I want to, but I need to. As a dialectical materialist, unite with what my comrades have said before me. Yeah, definitely. Being in your office and being directly under your leadership, it exposed a lot of things to me that I didn't think were actually like contradictions until they were there glaringly in our face. I'm self-critical, y'all. I'm gonna speak up. But yeah, there's just like a lack of like trust in like the comrades under your leadership to like fulfill the task that they should be given. And I felt like even as like your chief of staff, I was kind of running around or not even being handed like substantial work that I like could do and like to push this office forward. And instead, like, I mean, I did find myself busy within the house doing a lot of things, but I felt like there was not even work for me to do within the Secretary General's office that I could push forward. And that is a huge contradiction because the Secretary General's office is supposed to be one of the most like fast-paced offices. And definitely, there was a contradiction raised of you. I think it was last rally or 2 rallies ago, where you were deeply self-critical for like the huge contradiction regarding the land, and it was exposed in that meeting or in that rally, the arrogance that you have because of the colony, and that you need to rid yourself of. And in the brief moment where you were demoted out of the Secretary General position and under formerly Admiral Shagoon's office, I still even saw you struggling with humility, struggling against your arrogance, and I think that is a process that you need to continue on because, in I think it was like only 48 hours, but it was difficult for you. You were really struggling to be humble, and you were really struggling to stay in your lane as a secretary, right? And like fulfilling the task of like, okay, this is what my admiral has given me. This is what they need to do. I need to set them up for success, and I need to push the things that are given to me, and not my ideas and things forward. And I think that is a struggle that you need to continue on, and that will really, I think, throw you into the fire of class suicide and really like show you what it's like to submit under the leadership of the poor working class and submit, to the needs that we have. Like the poor working class has a lot of needs, and none of those has. I feel like not too many of those have really been fulfilled. With you in the Secretary General position, and I think you could do a lot of benefit for the poor working class and for yourself in your class suicide by submitting to the will of the poor working class and not being in the Secretary General role, but even being perhaps under Adam or Minister of Defense Shagoon's leadership or somewhere else where the masses really do need you to fulfill for them, because as a servant of the people you must be fulfilling for them first and foremost, and secondarily you will be fulfilled. But I think part of this emptiness that you might feel of like not fulfilling the role of the Secretary General is because you've not been submitting to the masses, because you've not been fulfilling their needs, and I think you really need to struggle to do that, and I think a lot of your potential lack of confidence in like your colonized self, because people be accusing you of being white, but in your Secretary General position, you have not shown like your colonized self in full because of arrogance that you carry with yourself and lack of submission to the masses. And I think it's important that you do that. And people will see you in your colonized true self, 100%, when you do that. And so I look forward to seeing you overturn the contradiction. But yeah.
How old are you, Solomon?
20.
Landbag, thank you, Solomon.
Landbag.
I wanted to say that because I wanted to say that, Santi, what you said about like being 23 is incorrect. We believe in point number 2. We are all equal. And so, yes, we won't drag this on. SG Anko, do you unite or disunite what was stated?
I unite, and I trust my comrades understand the vision of my journey is in committing class suicide more clearly than I do. My whole heart is in revolution, and that won't be taken out. I don't feel shame for, uniting with the removal of my position. I'm here to serve the people, always and forever. This is what I see as the correct thing to do. There is nothing else for me to do. I know I want to be here. And so, wherever the organization feels that I'm most fit to learn and to serve, more importantly, I will take it with grace that I haven't ever before. And I unite. I unite with my comrades' criticisms with a whole heart and with confidence that there's going to be brighter and bigger days for myself to be a better revolutionary. Because I need to, and that's what was required of the people. And the position never made me a revolutionary.
That's right.
That my heart is in this, and it's never been taken out, and it never will.
That's right.
And I trust my comrades in their analysis of my work. It's material. It's never been idealistic, and none of my comrades have ever said anything to harm me. And that's a grace that they've given me that I haven't always given to them. And I want to be self-critical for you for that. Is that there was a large period of time, had I done more investigation in a lot of my work, where not so much harm would have came at you. And when the harm came, I never saw how that was related to me. And I want to be like my comrades. I want to be like you. You are selfless and you truly serve the people, and I see that every day. And I want to be like you, Sa. And I want to be like all of my comrades, and I have a lot to learn, and I think where I came from got me focused on me. But I'm not where I was anymore. I'm in revolution now, and I'm not leaving it. And so, wherever my comrades think I'm best placed, like, I feel honored to still serve the people. And I want this to be a a long journey of servitude. And so I fully unite with the criticisms that my comrades have raised, and I do unite with not accepting or voting for the SG position.
Landbag. I unite. And I think that you've shown through this struggle where you are best fit for right now, and that's in cyber recruitment. Boy, you love introducing people to this organization. You love talking to them on the phone. You love getting them in here. You love answering their questions. And that's the best way you can serve the masses, is introducing them to this organization, even after we've moved you in a position, because we are equal. So it's not looked as a demotion. There's no such thing as a demotion. We're all equal. It's just emotions. It's just motions, y'all. So I will let our soon-to-be voted-in chief of cyber recruitment, Solimar, decide where best to fit you there. And I unite with Chief for Colorado right now. Yeah. Maybe New York one day. But yeah. Do what you need to do. And don't let this distance us. Call me, talk to me, text me, send me voice messages. Because I'm gonna be calling and texting you and sending you voice messages and making sure you're okay and you're eating and you're good and you're sleeping. Yeah. Still gonna be connected. I'm gonna be that annoying mother from far and go to college. So moving forward, we do need a Secretary General, and it kind of became clear to me in the criticisms that people raised of Anko not committing class suicide, of someone who has and is still to this day and is very honest about it. And we'll let you know, I'm Petty Boo. Yes, my father, my mother. Yep. But they are sharp and clear, and he's been my compass. He's been my compass through it all. And he's my compass just now. It's you, Chief T. So I need y'all to switch positions real quick.
Short king. I'm taller.
All right, we have an election. The meeting in a meeting. There's a meeting in a meeting. Do you accept this nomination for this role? And why? Or why not?
Landbag.
Everything's voluntary here.
What do you mean? I feel like you're forcing me. I feel like I'm gorilla glued to this chair.
Child, shut up, put the gun down. I'm just playing.
For now.
For now. I want to say I unite with the nomination. And it's because like something that I've said to like a lot of comrades, and like I have said to like myself, is that I'm gonna go wherever the revolution needs me to. And something that, like I really sometimes like, I really struggle with self-confidence too, just like our MOD, right? Because that's something that the colony breeds in us. And I had parents who were like constantly doubting me, calling me a liar and all these things. But what I do see is like the brilliance of colonized people. What I do know that is our people are right. Our people are on the right path, and our victory is inevitable. So I must put my faith in where my comrades need me to be. And if today that is the SG, then today I am the SG. Just as at one point I was chief of economic development with no experience in anything economic at all. And I know that I have a lot to learn, and I know I have my own contradictions, right? I am colonized just like you. I am colonized. But I also, just like Anko said, like I have full faith in my comrades to see that and like to help me grow out of those contradictions and like to serve colonized people in like the best way possible. And and yeah, like, y'all, when I like the reason, and like I just want to talk about like class suicide a bit because we brought that up. Like, I mean, I don't know, maybe this will sound annoying to some of y'all because but the reason it's so easy for me, like it's so easy for me to just say like, oh yeah, I'm petty boo, yeah, like I know I need to commit class suicide, etc., is because like I see the inevitability of our victory.
Yes.
And like, you know, I've always been into science since I was a little kid. If it was not for all these other roles y'all keep putting me in, I would have probably been in SciTech, fucking it up. But,
y'all, we on YouTube.
Sorry, fudging it up. But I see the inevitability of our victory because I see the contradiction. I see the bind that colonialism has put itself in, and there is no way out. The colonized masses are rising. We will rise, and we will destroy this system. And that is why it was so easy for me to just be like, oh, I can't seem to juggle both college and revolution. Well, I know that college degree ain't gonna mean nothing even it doesn't mean nothing now, honestly. So like F that. And now I became a full-time revolutionary. Like my parents had such like petty boo aspirations from me. Like, and I was like, F that. Because I was like I don't want to be part of that. I do not want to be part of that collapsing system that one has hurt me a lot, but two, listen, I'm just a scientist, a dialectical materialist, and I know that shit ain't gonna last.
Heard.
And so I am able to put my full faith in the colonized masses, you know, to see my contradictions, but also to see like my victories and like who I am as a person and like all of that. Because I know that they can, even when I can't. And yeah, I'm ready for whatever is thrown at me. I know there will probably be a lot thrown at me. All Black Hammer is a big ass organization, and we do some amazing work. And I know I have a lot to learn, but I am willing to do all of it. I'm willing to do anything because I know that victory is imminent.
Landbag.
Yes, Landbag.
Landbag. Is there anyone in disunity? Now all those in unity say unity.
Unity!
All in the comments. Okay, I said unity, not Landbag DP. DP. Y'all know it stands for double penetration, right?
Exactly.
Of course we know.
We know.
Who did not know that?
No, it's digital.
That's what he wants.
That's what he wants you to think. You thought it was what?
Digital proletariat.
Digital.
That's what he
No, that's what he wants you to think.
No,
That's
it
a cover. Well, unity.
Have you ever spoken?
Landbag, one meeting. You are now in the elected Secretary General of the International Black Hammer Organization. Secretary General T or Tiger?
Tiger.
Secretary General Tiger. Yes. And the reason why the four of us are here, because these are the four highest bodies of the organization within the ICC. This is our political bureau. And science and tech is in everything, so that's why. Second in command, that's why. Commander-in-Chief, that's why. Defense is in everything and runs all of our chapters, that's why. And so we are going to go through, you are still getting unity, child. And the next, I want to say the two people that are on the internet. Is Ren in here? Y'all, has Ren commented?
Ren is in there.
Okay, so I say, Ren, I believe in you, even though you have been so doubt because Danielle manipulated you. We all believe in you, and those contradictions weren't yours. It was that manipulator. And so I elect Ren. And Ren is going to be coming to Atlanta. Ren was coming to Atlanta originally because Ren's sibling is having struggles and issues, and Ren is needing some comfort right now, and Ren hasn't met all of us. But when Ren comes, Ren is going to go through their election process. I want you to have it in person. For T, for economic, but Ren, for now, you're going to be the, what is it called? Interim person. Actually, let's get it, Ren. Let's get it. We know you is. We know you is, Ren, before you come in. Ren, let us know if you accept the role. For T, for economic development, let us know if you accept the role, and then say why you accept the role, and write it out, and then our spokesperson, Ade, is going to do that. All right? All right. But first thing is first. Chief Ade, since we're talking about you, you are the interim, but now, hopefully soon, will be elected spokesperson of the organization. Ade, you gotta stand up. They gotta see you. Ade, the way you laid them sellouts out on that table over there, the way that a camera comes on you and you lay it out, and you is so sharp and amazing. And I remember one time I was mad at you because you were on television and you was just in your robe and stuff, and I was like, why are they in the hammer uniform? Why are they da 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 da? But I said, Ade, no matter how you looked though, them words that was coming out with your mouth was amazing. Did I not?
Yes.
And you represented us well.
Thank you.
And there's nothing but faith in me that you will represent us well as the spokesperson of the Black Hammer organization.
Yeah.
You represent so clearly the kindness of us, but also the savage. Do you accept the role?
Yes, land back, full unity.
Land back. Do we all unite?
Unity.
Do we unite in the comments? Does anyone disunite? I'm sorry, I skipped that one. Does anyone disunite? All right.
Huey's in unity.
Huey's in unity. All right, so that's you. You good? All right, land back. We gotta wrap this up. We're gonna make this. Solimar, stand up.
I'm back.
I said stand up, Solimar. I'm just playing.
Wow. Principal number 2, Commander.
So no son daughter, short son daughter.
Listen, you got it from me. I'm short now. You short. Listen, we short kings together. Do you accept the role as chief of cyber recruitment? Because Solimar, ain't nobody get them up in here faster than you. You know everybody. You're like, I talked to them, I got them all.
I'm back. I unite. I'm excited.
Unity? Is there anyone with disunity? Raise your hand. Is there anyone disunity in the comments? All right. Unity?
Unity!
Anyone in the comments, put your unity or disunity. All right. Thank you, Solimar. Okay. Agitation propaganda. My sword. Amalia, stand up. You hoes tried it, but my sword cut you so deep you had to delete your freaking Twitters. And my sword ain't done cutting you. That's my sword. My sword got us 300 viewers in here. You ain't never did that. You ain't never did that with your dry ass videos. And videos, and Fatih's videos went viral all the time. How I'm not even gonna say the person's name because they want to be famous. But
Stainless steel kitchen. Let's just call them that.
Stainless steel kitchen
that we thought was a green screen was actually their real kitchen.
Can you go anywhere in that house other than that kitchen?
Can you get 10,000 views? And you want to be me so bad. I know a bitch that studies the queen. But you ain't me, bitch. Stay worthless in your high rise, you petty boo trash. And do you see these numbers? Since you want attention so bad, it's been given to people that don't want attention but want to do the work and serve the people and serve the masses. Lay it back.
I mean, I know nothing about social media, and I feel like I got more people up in here than
Stainless steel kitchen.
than stainless steel ever could.
Lay it back. And all on the foundation of what you and Chief Sante have built. The besties. Will you be our chief of agitation and propaganda?
Landbag, I unite.
Landbag. And it's a high office because you in 5th place. You slay them every time.
Every motherfucking
Every time she comes to slay, and you know because you had to run away. Landbag. Anyone in disunity?
It's quiet.
It's quiet.
It's quiet in your back dog.
Ain't no any unity.
Unity!
Good. Okay, y'all, monotone down. Rohan. Any unity in the chats? The work of this comrade you see the most because it's all the way in unity all around. We code. All right, y'all, full unity. Thank you, the sword. And my sword don't miss. You cut, ain't you? You tried me and it cut you, didn't you? Huh? Karama. What's Karama's name? Carl Ferdinand. You Black Lives Matter sellout in Atlanta. You took $2 million to build solar panels for the poor working class people of the West End, and you didn't build them not one. And now you're running scared because y'all mad at me. Chief Amalich is the one that got your poster and flyer everywhere and got your community informed about you stealing from them. And you mad at that neighbor that exposed you because she was like, how did you get this money? And she found out that you owed her a solar panel. And you could have got all the people, and we did research. Do you know that he could have got all the people solar panels? For less than, he could have got all the people. He got $2 million in grants, but he could have got all, allegedly. Because he is a lawyer and so is his wife. They're horrible lawyers.
Terrible.
But anyways, allegedly. And we have facts on it. We can show that as well. Thanks to, what's the name?
Nicole.
Thanks to our comrade, Nicole. Love you.
Shout out, Nicole.
Thank you for the message. I love you, Nicole. But like, I'm a leech from the community and you mad at Nicole because Nicole was the first to say, nah, this is wrong. Where's our solar panels? And you're supposed to teach us coding. You do not look like you know coding, Carl.
Run that, Carl.
Run that, Carl. But do you know we did the research and it would have only cost Carl like, what was it, like $500,000 or less to get everyone their solar panels. And he could have kept 1.5 million. But he wanted it all. That's how disgusting these people are. Thank you for exposing that in that beautiful flyer.
I was unsheathed, a sword unsheathed.
Hey! Yo. You got this. You got this. You got this. Hear my voice. Hear my voice, Rohan. You are Rohan the Conqueror. 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 You got this.
You
got you. You're ATL house.
You safe with your comrade.
We are all here with you. And we love you. And you are safe because what you have built. You are not safe from us giving you charity. You are safe of what you have built.
Strength within yourself.
You are strong. You are powerful. You are great. And we are highly self-critical for causing this. We fucked up. We fucked up. Thank you though, because I know you will forgive us and let us try again. Because you don't judge us by our contradictions. You judge us by how we overturn them.
Yes.
Can you look at me? That's right. Keep holding. Holding. That's right. That's right. That's right. Follow me. Follow me. You ready to take over the world together?
Let's all be a lot more mindful, please.
Landbag, if you want to cheer, just this, y'all. Just this. Just this. Thank you. Landbag, thank y'all for being patient with us. Thank y'all for being patient with us. Next is, I think I've done it all. XX, and now I'm just waiting to hear back from Ren and Fatigue. Have we heard back?
Ren responded in the YouTube comment.
Yes,
And
I
what did
have
Ren
both
say?
for Ren and Fatigue.
Okay, let's go with Fatigue first. Let me save the best for last. I love you, Fatigue. I love you, Fatigue. The reason why Ren is the best for last is because
Danielle tried.
Go ahead.
I want to say Scamiel, as
Scamiel.
as Kitty likes to call them. Scamiel tried.
Scamiel.
Scamiel tried, and she manipulated the hell out of our comrades, and it was really disgusting to see, the mess that she left them in, and just like the fake kind of care that she wanted to give to them, when really she did not give a flying F. And Ren rose out of that. Ren, who had been the most manipulated by Scamiel, because Ren was directly under her leadership. Ren, who had to face the most of her like petty bourgeois politic, of her anger, of her individualism. Ren overturned that, and Ren really showed that they're for the people.
Period. Period. And that's why we elect Ren. What's this? Wow. Okay. Keep those donations coming. We is high up in donations. Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Yes, we halfway there, y'all.
And can y'all put the Cash App in the comment section? It is Cash App BlackHammer.org. And then just put defense in the comments. BlackHammer.org. Type it right now. Everybody here, come on, type BlackHammer.org in the comments. Can you read, while we're typing BlackHammer.org, Cash App BlackHammer.org in the comments, can you read Fatih's accepting or not accepting of the role?
Landbag, yes I can. From Chief Fatih. I accept the role. I only want to continue to move the precious money and resources that the colonized masses have earned through colonial struggle to build for their liberation. I will continue to be a servant of the people and will always humble myself to the people. I want to ensure that the masses have true dictatorship of their resources and will have them direct me on how. Land back.
And yes, thank you, Chief Fatih. And do we unite? If you have unity, go like this. If you have disunity, go like, I don't know, thumbs down. Yes. So unity. If you have unity in the comments, put unity. Is there any disunity? I'm sorry, I keep forgetting to ask for disunity first. It's getting late. That is no excuse. I'm sharpening. The next is thank you, Fatih. You've gotten unity. You is our Chief of Economic Development. Make us that shmoney, honey, so they can get more mad at us with our 6,000. I want more $6,000 trucks. Okay. All right. And also, so I want to be very clear. We have moved in a way now that has made it impossible for people to steal this money ever again. Okay. And just for those that stole the money, understand that Radius Bank is coming for you. We have filed fraud in all of them, so actually we're not even pressing charges. Radius is pressing charges, and our legal team is giving Radius's lawyer team all of it. So actually, you will be going to jail and prison and meeting Radius at the courtroom. I hope you have enough money for that big-ass, powerful bank. Anyways, pause. Shout out to Chief Ismat for claiming fraud. Ex-Ismail, we coming for you.
Coming for that ass. You thought you could steal people's money?
Don't drop the soap. You look like a sickly, what's the name? Steve Harvey. So for any brothers in prison who got a thing for Steve Harvey,
a sickly Steve Harvey.
We got something for you. We got something for you. Hashtag sickly sellouts. And then next is what did Ren say? Spokesperson.
Land back. From Chief Ren. This is Ren and I unite. I will struggle to overturn any contradiction and will center the masses. I love this organization so much and I will go where I'm needed. I accept any and all criticisms. Land back.
Land back. If you have disunity, thumbs down or say disunity in the comments. If you have unity, fist up, and in the comments. All right, Chief Ren, come to Atlanta.
Come to Atlanta.
I don't know if I'm gonna give you back, but come to Atlanta.
Find out.
Come find out. Just come find out. And Fatih, see you in Black Gay Pride.
Hey.
Oh.
It's fatigue.
See if you go bad. Love fatigue. All right, y'all. So that's all the elections. Is there anything else? Did I miss anything? Is there any election that I missed from anyone? Okay. You've had your election, right? Yeah.
3
okay.
times.
All right. Good.
Oh, okay.
Listen.
And this one.
I'm not listening.
This one, Afeni, and Chief Afeni have really my day oneers and so many others. But I'm trying to go to sleep now. I want to go off. Y'all, listen. Listen, it's been a long live, and everybody knows what I really want to do when I get a break from Revolution, and it's not spend a bunch of money, go shopping, go to the club. I am an introvert. I'm an introvert. If I am out because I have to work for the people. If I have free time, what am I doing, y'all?
Watching Star Trek.
Watching Star Trek. I'm watching Star Trek, all of the Star Trek, all of the different episodes, everything. When you walked in on Alicia yesterday, what you saw?
Star Trek.
Which Star Trek?
It was the real old one. That's my favorite too.
With crazy Captain Kirk.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Oh, that's why
Lord
people
have
say
mercy.
Kirk the FL.
Yes.
I'm about to Kirk the FL.
Anyways, but Picard is the best.
I didn't know
And
that.
that's non-negotiable. Picard is the best. Okay. But anyways, but I love watching Kirk, and I love anyways, you see? So y'all don't even know me. Y'all don't know me. Y'all don't know me.
Exactly.
Period. But they know me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't care what y'all say.
You know her.
They know her.
Exactly. No investigation, no right to speak. So don't you
We've
dare
been
speak about our
investigating.
CIC.
We've been investigating.
Period. They've been investigating. And I've been investigating them.
Like, they don't even
And they
know.
crazy.
They're crazy.
But I love them all. I love them all. I love them all.
We love you,
We love
CCC.
you.
I love y'all too. I love y'all too. All right, what's next? What's next?
Well, next
How's
up
this
is
election?
our final call for donations. So, as y'all heard, we are more than halfway there already. But we got like what? Almost 300 people up in this live.
Y'all,
Donate
we need.
something.
Did y'all put the cash app? Everybody put the cash app. If you cannot donate right now, share it right now. Okay. We have a goal of 800, and Black Hammer meets our goals. We meet our goals. We meet our goals. Okay.
Every time.
So y'all in here can donate too. So I need y'all to donate right now in here. I donate $40. Who want to match my $40? Or who want to do more than my 40?
I donate. I matched that 40.
You do 40? You were stuttering. You sure you got it?
No, I got 40.
Coatley, I know you got money.
Sorry. 50.
50. Thank you, Coatley.
I got 35, so my 5 plus 35 is 40, so I can
Thank
match
you. Thank you, T. Thank you. What's going on, Sante?
I donate 40.
Thank you. Thank you. I know you got money.
I already donated 40. I'll donate another 40.
Thank you. Thank you. It's for the. Do you want us to live? Yes, Solomon.
I got 5.
You got 5 on it. I
Uh-huh,
love
5.
it. Love it. Love it. What you got, you, Sundiata?
I got 5 on it too.
You do more than that. Nah, you be going to Dairy Queen's now.
15.
20.
I wasn't paying for the dairy.
20.
25.
Then 25. So that's 25 from that's 25 from Sundiata. And how much? Y'all gonna put in the comments, right? So Fatih's counting. Okay. And how much you cheap on Alicia?
I'll do 15.
Thank you. 15. Yes. Go.
I can do a humble 5.
Thank you, humble 5. How much can you do? A humble 5. How much could you do? 10. Yes. Savvy, you be getting that Fashion Nova, and that's not food stamps.
I can pledge $10.
$10. Thank you. Charlotte, my money's your money. It's okay. I understand. I know. We share a purse. This is who I shake my purse for. Come look at him. Stand up.
Okay.
Good little flex.
Show them the bun. Show them the bun.
Give him the big boy energy.
Give them the big bun.
Oh, you want the big buy?
Ooh, you want to see more. More.
Can y'all believe he's straight, or at least he claims he is?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly straight. No, they are until they not. Who cares?
Until proven otherwise.
Until proven otherwise. Okay, thank you. So keep raising resources. How much do you have? We put our money where our mouth is. Where are y'all? I know you may have donated, but donate more, because you know who's gonna hate more than anything that we made this 800?
Scam me out.
That too, but what she's connected to a puppet, because she's only a puppet. And we're not trying to make a puppet mad. We trying to make the puppet master mad. White power is going to be mad that we made that goal. White power is going to be mad that we made that goal.
Where are reparations core up in here?
Yulitsi said my 5 to 40. Thank you, Yulitsi.
I'm back.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, y'all, we're going to make this go. We love you long, we love you strong. Please, we will now be taking, what time is it?
11:09.
Damn, we're going to be taking questions for the next 10 to 15 minutes. We're going to make this damn money. I'm a workaholic for my people. Are y'all not?
Yeah.
You tired, ain't you not? We've been up since I wake up at 6 a.m. every morning to go jogging. Okay? Now, I slipped up this time, but I still woke up at 6. But now my defense is going to make sure I woke up at 6, but I did go jogging. Did she not?
You did.
She do it late, but she gonna do it. Laying back. So anyone, okay, so let's ask questions in the comments, and with your question comes a donation. So if you already donated, just say I've already donated 40, this is my question. But if you haven't donated but you have a question, just say I donate and this is my question, okay? So we're gonna take 4 questions and I'm going to bed. I'm gonna watch Star Trek. I'm gonna take my little night chocolates that I got from Whole Foods and I'm going to bed. We do not shop at Whole Foods like that. Where do we shop at, please, before they talk about us, please?
Walmart.
We shop at Walmart, okay? Comment down.
Kroger.
And
Kroger got the
Kroger.
best deals.
And Kroger got the best deals, okay? But there's these nighttime chocolates that Whole Foods got that helps me sleep because I just be wanting to do things for the revolution. So we will be taking questions. You don't have to ask it to me. Just say your question and say who you want to direct it to. But if you don't say who you want to direct it to, either I'll answer it or I'll give it to somebody that I think answers it better.
Yeah.
Come through, y'all.
Spokesperson, is there any questions?
Yes, Commander.
Damn, already. Thought I was gonna get a break, but not for the people. Go ahead.
First question from YouTube user QC. How can we support the war if we are too busy for revolution? Land back.
Land back, land back.
Like, share, comment, donate.
Like, share, comment, and donate. And understand that one day, because of this crumbling system, you will not be busy anymore and you will be freed up for the revolution.
Period.
So, and you can also join, be a part of our group chat message and just say, hey, this is all I can do right now. I just want to be in it. Every hammer gives what they can. Y'all don't all have to be 24/7 revolutionaries. We need everyone to participate. So go to blackhammer.org/join, not today, after the manifesto tomorrow, and become a member. And just donate and share. As long as you share, that's fine. You're a member. That's like, and we don't say that's little, because your sharing gets more comrades that can give 24/7 hours. So it's an illusion. We're all equal.
Exactly. Bringing the word of revolution during this hopeless time in the colony it cannot be underestimated. So really, if even that's all you can do, then that is still more than anything you could ever give to the colony. And that is, that is so much for our people, because that's what it did for me. Just one person sharing a link to get masks. That I am now here in this revolution, and that's how so many of my comrades are here. So don't underestimate that, and join, even if you can give only 5 minutes a day so you can share some posts.
Praise God, land back.
That's how I started.
Any other questions?
Yes, Commander.
Oh gosh, okay, Let me count them. 1, 2,
This one is from YouTube user Crystal Ball, and they ask, can I send you all a check in order to support?
Land back, absolutely. Fatigue will be getting in contact with you. And what is the email for economic development?
bhoecondev@protonmail.com. Am I correct, Admiral of Defense?
I believe it's economic development at protonmail.com, but
BHO economic development at protonmail.
All right, put in the comments, somebody.
Great, right on.
Thank you. And email them, and they will do the check. Thank you so much. Land back, freedom and revolution to you. We love you.
Period.
And not just because you donated. All of you who watched, even you white people who are here just to be mean, we're trying to save your planet too, bitch. And we do it out of love of all living beings.
Period.
Unfortunately, including you too. Like, you will see in my manifesto what I really feel about white people. And it ain't hate, it's love. But you've never been loved before, so of course you confuse the truth as hate. Okay. Yeah, Gazi loves white people. I love all living things. But I'm going to be mad at what you have done to the world. And I'm going to let you know what you can do to change it. And it's not going to sound nice. You've been naughty. The hell?
Naughty.
No.
You're causing a mass extinction. Did you think I was going to just be like, everything is fine? No. Anyways, next. Another person?
Landbag, and I believe this is the final question.
I have two more actually. I said four.
Two more?
Mm-hmm.
Landbag, I'll get right on that. This is from user DP. What is the best anime in your opinion?
Okay, so no. Okay, so Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yes.
The popular answer.
It is so freaking good. And then second to that, it's so cliche, but yes, Dragon Ball Z. It raised me. It raised me, and it makes me feel like I can do anything. Vegeta is my favorite character because I grew up short, and even though he was short, he didn't let nobody punk him around, and he was strong. And even though Goku was the star and Goku was always ahead of him, he never stopped to conquer Goku. But he never did. Well, sometimes he did. But sometimes he whooped Goku's ass. But one thing you can say is, though, even though Vegeta never, exceeded and beat it up Goku, Goku has died a lot more than Vegeta.
Yeah.
That's true.
Just saying.
Too many times.
Just to say that, okay? But anyways, yes, those are my favorite. I have a lot of other favorites. There's one on Netflix that everybody should watch, and it's a one season, and it is about revolutionaries. It's a is it what?
You're not talking about.
No, it's about revolutionaries. If you know it in the comments, it's so good, and I always forget it because it's a weird name. But it's about these mercenaries that are really revolutionaries, and it's really dope. But anyways, good luck hunting. I'll tell y'all when I remember. Actually, follow me on my Instagram at Commander Ghazi. Write that in the comments. Follow me on Instagram at Commander Ghazi, and I will post it in my stories when I find it, or I'll post it as a post when I find it, because everybody needs to watch it. It's extremely teaching.
I guess that's gonna be my political education.
Yes, it will. Next, number 4. Wow, y'all really love us.
Landbag, this is a question for you, Commander Ghazi.
Again.
It is from YouTube user Tranquillo. What are your pronouns? Landbag.
Yeah.
She, her, and they.
And don't call her a sellout.
If my mom's watching, I'm still your sunny son. Love you, mommy. All right, so we're at 4. All right. Someone said, if I could say anything to Anne Frank, what would I say? Go to blackhammer.org/reparations.
Yes, and unite, get on the right side of history.
And give all those billions that you made off of the fake story your father wrote that went into Israel to bomb and drone Palestinian and African people. That's what I would say to Anne Frank. The same thing I say to all white people.
Period.
Exactly.
All right, are we done?
We're done. We're at the end.
We're at the end. Do we have a new count on the monies or anything? Or?
My phone died.
Okay. Fatih, could you message Mace or Admiral Shagoon the resources so we can give an updated count? But while they, and Fatih is they and they only, while they are counting it up, can we also put again Black Hammer org, Cash App Black Hammer org in the comments? Are you okay? Okay, one moment while we're waiting for that. Rohan, hold me. I'm right here. I'm right here. Come touch my hand. Can somebody give Rohan my hand? No. It's okay. It's okay. You got this. You got this. Listen to my voice. Yes, you do. Even if you let the seizure hit, just let it hit, and you're gonna come right back. And you're gonna come right back. No matter what, you're gonna come right back. You are victory. You are victorious. You are victory. You are victorious, Rohan. You are victorious. In the middle of it. In the middle of it, say victory. In the middle of it, be in victory. In the middle of it. In the middle of it, have your victory party. Because it's coming. So why not have a pre-party? Can you breathe with me? That's right.
You're my hero, Rohan.
You're all of our heroes.
You're all of our heroes, Rohan. Landbag, y'all, we've got to go. Do we have anything for fatigue?
581.
That's right. 581, and we'll be 800 because Chief Amalish is going to push this video out everywhere. All right, we love y'all long, we love y'all strong. Landbag. And check. Everybody do it. And check that melanin. Check your melanin, Rohan.